Before commencing this broadcast, GameFace would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land of which we broadcast from today. We pay our respects to elders, past and present. We would also like to acknowledge any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people present with us during this broadcast. Good afternoon and welcome to Ballum Park, Karingal's home game for the ANZAC Day weekend. Langwarrin playing Karingal, two traditional rivals in recent years in second division, and a big day today for both teams. Karingal unbeaten on top of the table, have just won the reserves by 25 points with a big last quarter over a gallant Bulls lineup. And Karingal today, 1 win, 1 loss, came from behind last week on Good Friday to beat Mornington. Big crowd on that day and a big crowd building today here at Ballum Park in beautiful conditions for footy as round 3 is underway in the MPNFL in first and second division, thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking. We'll go round the grounds throughout the day for Anytime Fitness with over 500 gyms across Australia, anywhere, anytime. And wonderful to have Simon Goosey joining us as the big fellas come out of quarantine after a week because of COVID. Glenn Carter, he's just made his way in front of our commentary box. Good to see the big fella. He looks in very, very good shape. Goose, your game's on Monday against Devon Meadows. Welcome to ANZAC Day weekend. Good to be here.
Yeah, thanks, Stan. Looks a magnificent day for football, and just with a bit of breeze going to the left of screen. That should be the scoring end. I think it was in the reserve football.
So it's a big game. We've got the ANZAC Day ceremony at the moment. No Tom Curran for Karingal today. No Dale Alanis. His best friend, I think, has a wedding. He's the best man.
Yeah, Dan, how best friend is he?
Oh, well, he's obviously your best friend and you've got to go. So let's have a listen to Troy Callaghan. Laying of the wreath.
We do it so well today, don't we?
We do. Brilliant. The national anthem now. Brilliant, always great, no matter what level of footy it is, Goose. It gives you goosebumps
It
hearing
does.
that, and it is done so well, as you said a bit earlier, in this country. Kevin Sheedy is a legend of the AFL, as we know. He was the one that probably took it to another level with ANZAC. They used to have matches when I was growing up. I remember Richmond and St Kilda often played out at Waverley. But it's become such a big thing with Collingwood and Essendon, and now a lot of the local clubs, not only in the MPNFL, but right around Australia and Victoria, play Anzac Day matches, and you guys are starting to develop a little bit of a relationship, which is terrific, with Devon Meadows.
Yeah, it's actually looking forward to it on Monday. It's, it's one of those things where if we can celebrate it as we get down the track, it's really good.
Looking forward to today's game. You played Karingal last week, and They kicked 6 goals in the last quarter after failing to kick a goal after half-time. What are you expecting them to bring to the table? I mentioned no Tom Curran. They reckon that injury is a bit more serious than first thought.
Yeah, I think he's
Taylor Larness has gone to a wedding, as you said. What was his friend doing? But at the end of the day, weddings are weddings, and he's the best man, so he needed to attend that. So 2 very important players out of this side.
As you know, Dan, he could go to his second one, so there's always another one.
Always remember, one of the great stories was Rodney Eade's second wedding. Ken Judge was his best man. He didn't go to the third one because he said they changed the cast.
They changed. No, I'm looking forward to today, mate. It's I reckon the 2 big forwards for Karingal are the keys.
You think so? Hope and
look,
Darcy.
If Darcy can get up and about
out for Langwarrin.
Yeah, I reckon he's a real confidence player, Darcy. Like last week, he was pretty well held for 2.5 quarters, and our bloke just let him off the hook there for a while, and he just got a bit of confidence. And when he gets a bit of confidence, he gets up and about, and it's it's great to see players like that up and about. And you look at him; he's got a bit of spring in his heel, and if he gets a couple early on, they'll put the pressure on Langy. But I think Langy just around the ground, like especially without Alanis was really important to them. I think he had 8 possessions in that last quarter when we ran out of legs.
Yeah,
he really pushed forward, and he would have kicked. Well, he would have had a hand in 2 or 3 of those goals.
Yeah, we had 27 possessions last week, so he's out. We know that Curran can rack up getting it. So you think their midfield will be a bit thin with Andrew Arthur averaging 28 and Blake Peach again starting the season well. And we know that Mulvogue is on Collingwood's VFL list, is a very good player. Bagley has gone into the midfield a bit more in the opening couple of games of the season. Young Ben Charles is one of their teenagers, along with Mullins, who makes his debut today, was part of the Vic Country under-17 team. So he'll be a young defender in this side today.
Yeah, they've made a quick change before the start. Langwarrin, they're getting their matchups right. Looks like they're trying to stretch him a little bit down back. They look a bit short there.
Well, Darcy on Tottenham. Ryan Smythe on Jai Treep, who I reckon's been in the gym again. So we're underway. Thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking. Norton taps it down for Langwarrin. Who's going to get the first possession? Neither team can. Good tackling by Big Norton. He holds it up in the middle of the ground. And the player's going nowhere in a hurry. It'll be thrown up once more. Open-handed slap. Free kick. Which way is it going? It'll go to Norton. Expect him to dominate all day in the ruck.
Yeah, he's a big boy. You don't want to get in a wrestle with him.
No, you do not. He kicks towards half forward. No one can get a clean advantage. It goes towards the boundary. Player taken down in a tackle. And free kick will go Langwarrin's way. Left half forward. Kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Ball's at the drop.
Who's the big fella wearing 45? Because they've changed numbers because of the...
Well, we'll get Nick to go and try and find that out for us. They told me that there would be no number changes at Langwarrin. Ball's deep in the forward pocket. Robinson gets a hand pass out. They try and clear out of defence. He got it to Cal, who got it back to Robinson, who kicks high towards the wing. Mark taken by Sam Glenn in the orange boots. Sam Glenn kicks Karingal into the middle of the ground. Cal Dixon's the target. Takes on an opponent. Easily breaks the tackle. Applied by Peach. Kicks to half forward and Riley Darcy. A lot of the Karingal boys have changed their jumpers for the Anzac Day jumpers today. Kicks inside 50. Mark not taken down there by Hope, who's wearing number 30. Kicked 4 last week. Ball's in the attacking zone for Karingal as they switched it nicely, and it'll be held up.
Yeah, when they get it in the forward line, they look very dangerous, the 2 big boys.
Ball's at half forward, and it'll be thrown back into play as there was a ball up and no one could get a proper decisive advantage. Thrown in. Knocked down by Norton. Hurry kick comes out from Karingal towards half forward. No mark taken. Ball's on the outer side of the ground. Goes close to the boundary. Kept alive by Darcy. He runs into an opponent in front of the scoreboard on that outer side. Big pack forming. And our scoreboard sponsor today, Baked in Sorrento. So no score yet on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. We've played nearly 3 minutes. Throwing up again. Again, no one can get a clean advantage. Working hard at ground level was Churcher for Langwarrin. And there's a lot of secondary ball ups. And this would, I think, play into Karingal's hands with big Norton expected to win most of the taps, Goose.
Yeah, I think they look pretty good when they get outside their Karingal. When that movement to the forward line was really good where they switched play and there was a lot of space for the forwards.
Churcher receives it and then gets it back to the play that he received it from, who kicks around the body close to the boundary. And it goes out of bounds, and that was Josh Bateman, who's come back to Langwarrin after playing in a couple of flags at Dramana. And it's outside defensive 50 on that outer side of the ground, on the hill here at Ballon Park. Back into play. Norton does the ruck work again. Taps to the front of the pack. No one can get a clean possession. Again, just outside defensive 50 for Langwarrin. Tip back inside defensive 50. They get the footy back. Defensive give now to Churcher, to Peach, swivels out of a tackle, back to Churcher. Churcher's at half back, drives it long, into the middle of the ground. Who's going to get it? Good use of the body. Picked up now at half forward, driving inside 50. That's good play towards the forward line by Herdman as he pushed his opponent underneath it and got valuable advantage towards the boundary line.
I was going to say, Langy pushed right up the ground. If they got it over the top, Karingal looked to be in trouble.
Cooper DeMurlo wearing number 45. Tall young player. Boundary throwing. Deep into attack. Tap to the front. No one can, again, pick the footy up cleanly. Karingal do on this occasion. They spiral punt it out of defence. Valuable meterage. Came from the boot of Kel Dixon. And it's out of defensive 50 in front of our commentary position. And thanks to Karingal for looking after us today, putting us up in the grandstand, if you like, underneath the tarpaulin, virtually on the wing. Back into play. Norton to do the ruck work. Wins it down again. Emerging Mulvogue. Defensive give, Andrew Arthur. Working his way through is Joel Bateman. Beats one, beats two, has a bounce. 55 out, kicks into the pocket. The kick is a bit astray and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in in the left forward pocket at the Karingal drive end of the ground. So no scorers yet on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Our goal of the day, Growth Syndicates Australia. Mark of the day, Catapult, and best on ground, St Andrews Brewery down at Bonio. Boundary throw-in. Knock to the front. He's picked up by Mulvogue again. Magnificent play. Front and square. Swung around the body. And I know it's only the first goal of the day, but they'll need something special to beat that, I reckon, Goose. Growth Syndicates Australia goal of the day. Chad Mulvogue and Langwarrin on the board. 1 straight 6. Karingal yet to score after 5 minutes on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Wonderful raving.
Yeah, good set up at the stoppage. He was goal side and they leave out the back open. He's come out the back and screwed a goal around the corner. So really good goal. Karingal have got to watch that. They've been feeding out the back at most stoppages, Langwarrin, and give them a
That's what they do, don't they?
Space. Yeah,
if it's not Andrew Arthur, it's Peach, who are the two most prolific midfielders.
Just sets them up.
Norton doing the ruck work. Beats Cow, wins it at ground level and tried to soccer it off the ground, and he wasn't successful, then lays a very good tackle. Puts his opponent under the pump in Saunders. That's Zach Saunders, again getting a high cow, but Norton beats him. Once again, fumbling away, but it's paddled out by Norton to Josh Bateman. Kicks inside 50. They weren't able to pick it up through Dormer. Langwarrin cleared out of defence and a mark at half back.
Geordie Pomeroy, wasn't it?
And Pomeroy got the kick out, and eventually Jansen receives it. Jansen now in short, gets it into the middle of the ground. Mark was dropped, may have nearly been a free kick, I would have thought, to go to Robinson. He may have received one front on.
It's on here.
Yeah,
out
it is.
Front.
There's a little bit going on. We'll let Goose worry about the fights. Ball hits ground level, sharked nicely by Saunders and taken very close on this occasion by Corey Badams. He kicks to half forward. Kick just outside attacking 50 for Karingal. Trying and clearing the defensive area is Langwarrin. Player taken down and a tackle, brought forward and a tackle. Free kick to Glenn. Glenn kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Ball's at the drop. Handball comes out from Golby on this occasion towards the centre half forward. Player taken high as he burst his way through Bradley. And Bradley wasn't able to get a decent kick in because he was taken high and he will get the free kick.
He attacked the ball really well there.
Good to have
drew that free kick.
Billy Rolfe back in this Langwarrin side today. Was involved in a possession there. Had a year at Lauderdale last year in the State League, which is a competition that is really struggling. Footy down there at a local level is struggling. But we hope they do get that Tasmanian AFL team in the future. Anyway, Bradley slightly right of centre half forward on the left to make it 1 goal apiece. And he's kicked Slew's left for a behind. And they're 1 behind. Langwarrin 1 goal on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Our major sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking. Back into play, Langwarrin. Good kick towards the half-back line. And they have an opportunity to set things up through Jacobenko, one of the young players in this side. He lowers the eyes. He kicks to the wing. Target is good. And Dormer kicked a couple of goals last week, takes the mark, and that
50.
Man on the mark, which I absolutely hate. It's the worst rule in the game.
I don't mind it.
I hate it, Goose.
If
and if they're going to bring it in, make it 15 or 25. It's not a 50-metre rule, in my opinion. He goes in short again, lowers the eyes.
As long as they're consistent with it. I like it because it speeds the game up.
Churcher completes the mark. Attacking side of the centre square for Langwarrin. Plays on quickly, 52 out. He bangs it long to the square. Misses to the right-hand side of behind as Linda Saunders, one of 4 members of this team who played in the 2019 Grand Final.
That carried a bit too.
Yeah,
I reckon the wind's a little bit stronger than we think.
A wind advantage to the Karingal drive in. We've played almost 10 minutes. 1 goal to 1 behind. Robinson back into play.
Oh.
I think Badham should have taken the mark. His teammate behind him said, I'll try and mark it.
Should always call them back.
Yeah, he wasn't able to. Dropping the slips catch is Chris Matthews, bouncing off his chest.
You watch his
right
stoppage,
on attacking 50.
They'll try feed out the back again, and I reckon Bagley will come around the front.
Well, Bagley's waiting. It's knocked down again. Badhams is on him at the moment. Badhams sockers it away for Karingal. Hand pass inside is okay. Taken by Matthews. Kicks towards the wing. Darcy collapses the pack. Ball's in front of our commentary position. Crumbed at ground level. Knowing they can get the right possession that they require. Trying very hard is Oscar Whitty. So his brother Harry, who's got a bit of an injury at the moment.
Yeah, he lives just
with old Halebury.
corner.
Yes. In the Vaffin, 2nd Division. Big punch by Norton. Taken defensively, though, by Pomeroy to Jansen. Close to the boundary. Escorts it over the boundary. Going nowhere in a hurry. It'll be thrown back into play.
Let's see if these ruckmen come up a little bit, because that was a real shallow throw in, that last one. And I think they both missed it.
So they've done well if there's a bit of a breeze going Langwarrin's way to restrict Langwarrin to just 1 goal so far. 2 handing it down. Taken by Bagley. Claimed in a tackle. He got one high. He did buckle at the knees, a la Joel Selwood, and he gets the free kick. One of the big recruiting coups of Simon Goosey. Runner-up in the best and fairest at Frankston in 2011, and then played 134 games at Essendon. Kicks to left half forward. Free kick. A player pushed in the contest. And we'll take it in defence for Langwarrin. Robinson backing back, happy to receive a defensive kick. Kick down the line by Bartling. It's an absolute shocker. It's off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the fall. And Dormer lets him know about it.
He certainly is.
Low pass by Andrew Arthur. Misses the target. Picked up at the back now by Zach Saunders. He throws it on the boot. Goes close to the boundary. Andrew Arthur allows his teammate to take the mark, and this is Joel Bateman. Gets around an opponent. Feeds outside to Andrew Arthur. Andrew Arthur lowers the eyes. Kicks inside 50. Mark wasn't completed by Herdman. Goes to ground. He battles hard at ground level. Gets support down there from Cooper to Merlot. Holds it up inside 50 for the Kangaroos. It'll be thrown up. 1-1-7 to 1 behind. We've played 12 minutes on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. We'll go around the grounds. Lots of great footy on today in the MP NFL. Thanks to Anytime Fitness, ball's outside attacking 50 now from that stoppage, and there'll be another one here as it stacks on the mill. Thrown up in front of our commentary position. Beautiful day for footy. This Anzac Day weekend. Lockie Hine, one of the last players to get up, with Josh Bateman of Langwarrin. Another tap down. He'll just tap it down all day. Norton. Quick hand pass. Andrew Arthur towards the boundary. Misses the target of his teammate who was taken over the line. Jacobenko thrown back into play. Now around the grounds, Rye 2-1-13, Crib Point 1-1-7. And in the other game, Seaford 2 behinds, and they're playing Chelsea 1 behind. Both teams urgently needing a win there. Ball's just outside attacking 50 as it's thrown back into play. 1 down by Norton, and Joel Bateman is taken in a tackle. Now in second division, first division I should say, Dramana 2-1-13 for Anytime Fitness, Pines 1 behind. And a great start by Sorrento against Edithvale Aspendale, 5-4-34 to 2 straight 12. And Frankston YCW 3 straight 18, leading the Bombers 1 straight 6. Bond Beach at 2-1-13 in front of Rosebud, 1 straight 6. Mount Eliza play on Monday. Thank you, Goose. Kick towards the wing. No mark was taken by Smythe, but then the hand pass came out from behind. It was intercepted by the Kangaroos, by young Mullins on debut, and now they get the footy back and they just push it forward. The handball from Hope. Hurried kick inside 50. They've got defenders down there. They're working hard. Churcher for Langwarrin. Scrambles a kick along the boundary towards the wing on the outer side. They've got numbers now to pick it up. Bateman, Joel, threads a hand pass inside. He misses the target of Jacobenko, has been prominent so far. A lot of players on the edge of the centre square on the outer side. It's a scrambly start to the contest. Ball is jarred out and it's picked up by Jansen. He swings around now on the right for the Bulls. Kicks to the wing. Big fist though by the young fellow Charles, and then he gets the hand pass and he tries to drive it long and has the kick slammed down on the wing on the outer side. Good defensive footy by both teams. The lead is an even goal for Langwarrin, 1-1-7. Karingal 1 behind. Our major sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking.
I think at the moment Karingal would take this because Langwarrin do have the wind advantage.
Probably a couple of goals, Goose, isn't it? As it's knocked down by Norton to the back of the pack. A lot of players working hard. Blake Peach was pushed off the contest. And I reckon the umpire says, give it to me, another stoppage.
A lot more inside 50s, Langy, too.
Big fist by Norton. Does it open it up for Bagley, close to the boundary. In pursuit is Whitty, does well to bring him to ground. Jansen has the footy now at half back, taking in a tackle with that big body. Got his hands free and handballs defensively to Robinson, but misses the target, 55 from goal on the outer side. So Zach Saunders getting ready to come on.
Langy at the moment are just missing that marking target inside forward 50.
Thrown back into play. Norton loses the ruck this time to Cowell, who throws it on the boot for the Bulls. Kicks to the wing. Hand pass comes out from Charles once and then twice after he was tackled. Now they kick towards half forward. Kick by Joel Bateman, misses the target. And a good mark last line of defence by Cowell. He feeds a hand pass out to Robinson. Robinson turns it over badly. Langwarrin get the footy back. Quick kick inside 50 and they find a target at the top of the goal square.
The big fella.
Turning it over way too much at the moment, Karingal.
Yeah, they want to get it in Robinson's hand all the time though, don't they? They look for him at every opportunity. I know they did last year. Last week. They want him to make the decisions. And he's turned it over a lot, hasn't he? Yeah. And he doesn't seem to play. I'd be trying to play through his man.
So right of centre half forward, looking for their second goal, and they need it, and he misses to the right-hand side. Yes, that was Payenberg, who kicked 2 in the opening game of the season. His father, Adrian, now president here at Langwarrin. 1-2-8 to 1 behind, baked in Sorrento's scoreboard.
Geez, it's open here. Open on this side of the ground.
Well, it is.
Down the boundary. He was going to go there.
Kicks it long into the breeze a bit. You can feel the breeze picking up. Getting high and almost taking mark of the day, but not bringing it down. Karingal kick inside 50. That was Darcy Hope. Knocked down by Dixon. Didn't find the target. Taken by Robinson. He rides a bump and he gets one high.
I like the way he tacks the ball. The Hope, really good. When it's in the air, he really launches himself.
In fact, it's Bartling getting the free kick. He slides it wide into the back pocket.
the old-fashioned days, Dan, where they used to just fly for everything. He reminds me of one of those.
Going close to the boundary with the kick, but again missing a target is Corey Badhams and finds Bagley. Bagley kicks it inside 50 again, looking for someone to mark. Was there a mark in the middle of the pack? I'm not sure.
The big fella got his hands on it. Must have been 2 sets of hands.
Must have. Payenberg was in the chop, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Thrown up again, 25 metres out. They lead by 7 points, Langwarrin. They push it forward again.
On the move,
Going to be a free kick, yes. That was good play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were a bit flat-footed, Karingal, and that's why the free kick was drawn.
Gee, Norton just paves a pathway for him at those stoppages, forward stoppages.
And it'll be Dormer. He's one of their goal kickers.
See where he come from. He come from probably 15, 20 metres off the back of the pack, on the move.
I remember Paul Fermanis a few years ago for Somerville against Hastings, ran 30 metres to a stoppage and kicked the goal, which won them the game. They need this goal. They get this goal through Dormer, and it's 2-2-14 to 1 behind on the baked-in Sorrento's scoreboard. Told by Lee Paholke on the footy show on Wednesday night down at the Rosebud Country Club, one of the best places to go to get a coffee.
Norton's going off for a arrest, so see if they can capitalise on that. Oh, there's a free kick. Oh, no.
In the middle of the ground.
No, Langy. We're at centre forward.
It is. Yeah, in the middle of the ground going Langy's way. Now, Bacon Sorrento bringing freshly baked goods and coffee to your local. 1 store, 2 locations, Sorrento and Portsea. So free kick. They didn't even bounce the ball in the middle of the ground with Norton off.
Yeah, it's centre forward, though.
And it's going to be a free kick, yes.
Do you think it should be taken back to the centre or where it happens?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, didn't look to be much in it.
Mulvogue will take it from centre half forward. He hoists it long off the side of the boot a little bit into the pocket. Payenberg's there. Couldn't take the mark. Got the hand pass there quickly to Jacobenko. Loose ball. A lot of players clambering around the footy. Dormer got a hand pass out. Hard on the boundary. A shot at goal. Goes right across the face. And from one forward pocket, the outer forward pocket, to the commentary forward pocket, it'll be a boundary throw-in.
There didn't seem to be much in that.
Came from the boot of Josh Bateman. Boundary throw-in right beside the behind post. Langy by 13 points. Deep into attack. Tap down again, overrunning it, Kel Dixon. Dormer then lays a very, very good tackle on his opponent who had the footy and stopped like he was shot.
If Karingal win the ball, they've got the numbers, but Langy is set up really well behind the ball here.
And that was Zach Bartlett. Tap down again. Spinning by Whitty. Hurried kick again by the Bulls to the half-back line at the drop. They can't get a clean possession. Now they do through Jansen. He emerges from the contest. Feeds it out. Hurried kicked him by Mitch Glenn, who is up loaded and pushed over the boundary. The kick is, as was off the side of the boot and affected by the fact that he was usurped in his endeavours to get a decent possession there, Mitch Glenn, receiving a hand pass on the outside. Boundary throw and attacking side of the wing. It's not a great throw in. Tap down, open-handed slap. DeMurlo, rode by Bagley, kicks inside 50. Bouncing ball at the back. Here's an opportunity. It just got away from everyone. I thought originally it looked like going to swoop on it was Herdman, but it got away from him. Another behind.
It off the ground.
2-3-15 to 1 behind. He may have just got boot to ball. You're right, Goose. Back into play, low and flat. Finds a target. Mark at half back by Pomeroy. It was a very low kick, but it found a target. But their problem is getting out of their defensive 50.
He should have pulled the trigger.
He kicks down the line, kicking way too close to the boundary line, and it sails away out of bounds on the full. And
if you had pulled the trigger to Jansen, the 45, the little 45, just have a bit of patience.
The teenager Mullins with the footy in his first game for Langwarrin. His kick's no good. He turns it over. Mark taken by Hind at half back for the Bulls. He cuts it off.
Don't go down the line. Langy is set up really well.
They have.
And that's where he's going.
Because there's nothing to kick to. He plays on, gets pushed in the side, affects the kick once again. Well done, young Mullins, to fist away. He's come in for the ill Mitch Cuthbert, who's one of the best tall defenders in the comp. Lead of 14 points at the 22-minute mark of the opening quarter.
Now, every throw-in's gone to the left, so it's interesting now Karingal is set up on the left. Yeah.
Boundary throw-in again. DeMurlo taps it down road by Bagley. Did well to hurry a little kick towards half forward. Mulvogue also taking an tackle. Gets a left foot kick inside 50. Dormer, good work to allow his teammate through to grab the footy. Gets the hand pass off to DeMurlo. Gets the hand pass off to Bateman. Herman involved as well. Bateman, an open goal flying from Josh Bateman. One of the candidates for goal of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia. And that is a sensational goal.
Yeah,
on the fly from 40 metres out. Good chain of hand passing inside 50 by the Kangaroos as well. They're 3-3-21. Karingal one behind on the Baked In Sorrento scoreboard. Expert comments today for Anytime Fitness, the great man Simon Goosey.
Good link-up play there. It was interesting. Who was that tackled Bagley, his own teammate, at that stoppage? So
they're keen, aren't they?
He must tag him at training because he grabbed him straight away.
20-point lead. DeMurlo beaten. Peach runs away from him. Out of the middle of the ground. Is there going to be a free kick? I did hear the whistle.
Netball whistle.
Sorry. It was kicked inside 50 by Saunders, Zach Saunders. Peach tries to grab it. In fact, it's Golby tries to grab it, but then he grabs an opponent in Darcy Hope, forces the ball to spill free. Pouncing on it is Jansen, but the boundary line was too close between wing and half forward, right in front of the grandstand, which is chock-a-block here at Ballon Park. And it's been a good start, and in front of the Australian flag, which was a big part of our Anzac Day ceremony about 25 minutes ago. DeMurlo, nice open tap. Now Josh Bateman receives a hand pass from Andrew Arthur, who was magnificent in winning the clearance. Bouncing ball at the back. Here's Dormer. Had it knocked away late. Still might be picked up by Dormer. He snaps around the body. He had the easy goal. The Karingal defender got a hand in it, and then he had to snap it around the body and made it look easy. Like shelling peas, they've kicked 3 goals in a matter of minutes and taken advantage with the breeze late in the quarter. The league leaders, the Kangaroos, Langwarrin, and they're 4-3-27. They lead Karingal one behind.
And another stoppage goal. They haven't. Norton's been off for the last 5 minutes, and Karingal haven't taken advantage of Norton being off. They've still won the stoppages. So
Dormer with 2 goals.
Yeah, that was a stoppage on the wing, straightening their forward line. On the move, bang. Norton's back on now, which,
so their small midfielders doing a great job. Thrown up in the middle of the ground. Norton now back on, wins it down. Andrew Arthur couldn't grab it. Quick kick comes out of the middle by Joel Bateman, and he finds a target at half forward. This is Harvinson.
50.
Harvinson, originally from Tyabb, on the left. Kicks Langwarrin inside 50, almost a very strong mark taken. Not quite completed by Payenberg. He got a lot of it, but just couldn't quite hang on.
It was lucky there wasn't a 50 there, young Sammy Glenn.
No doubt about that.
Right into his protected area.
Still shouldn't be 50 though.
No,
25 metres out. Yeah, I know it is. Cleared out of the fence again by Linda Saunders for the Bulls. But Langy have got numbers around the contest, as the Goose said, and they've made sure they lock it up well inside attacking 50 with the margin 26 points at the 26-minute mark of the opening term. Thrown up again. Norton flashes it down towards the boundary. A lot of players fighting hard for the football. 2-on-1 though against the Bull player in Hind, who does well to at least even it. Lays a tackle there on Churcher, who's been good so far. Thrown up just outside attacking 50. Norton wins it down. At the crumb is Peach. Kicks a left footer inside 50. And an excellent defensive mark taken. Last line of defence by Linda Saunders. He comes up proppy. Handballs at close quarters.
Oh, it's on again.
To Bartling. Bartling finds Jansen just on the edge and of the boundary line. A number of players involved behind, as you said, Goose. Linda Saunders being one of those. Payenberg for Langwarrin. The 45-metre kick. Centering ball into the middle of the ground finds Mitch Glenn. Feeds a hand pass out. Taken by Whitty back to Mitch Glenn. Sells him in an absolute oodle of trouble as there was an opponent coming front on in Peach who holds him up just outside the centre square and going nowhere in a hurry. Just a hospital hand pass, if you don't mind, of the highest regard. It'll be thrown up again.
Look at
Big
that
punch
again.
by Norton. Out to Andrew Arthur. Andrew Arthur gets a hurried boot to ball while being confronted, but attacking it hard out of defence. I think Bartling's been good this quarter. Takes them on. Kicks close to the boundary. Almost a mark to Glenn, a one-hander. He's appealing for a free he's hung on to the other way by Rolf of Langwarrin. Boundary thrown in front of our commentary position. 26-point lead at the 27-minute mark of the opening term.
Watch them to get on the move here.
Langwarrin in front. Norton wins it at the back. Soccers it off the ground. Soccering it the wrong way as Mulvogue, but it still might come up. Handball comes out on the outside. Taken on this occasion by Rolf. And he finds Peach. In fact, it was Golby who took it. He finds Peach. He kicks inside 50. Mark not taken in defence there by Linda Saunders. But it slips down to Karingal, but they turn it over and Rolf is holding the fort. Defensive side of the wing. He goes back into the middle of the ground now. He finds Tuddenham, one of their reliable defenders. That kick is not a very good one. Puts his teammate under the pump. It was a lazy kick and a lazy effort in the end. Turned over by Karingal towards half forward. Darcy's there, picks it up in one hand. Kicks long towards full forward. Mullins at the back. Does well. The post to Hope, who also lays a good tackle and forces the young man to put it over the boundary.
The kick to Hope, though, wasn't at his favoured side. Like, I thought Darcy, being a forward, would have just put it in front of him. I don't know if he was having a shot.
27-1.
Gee, Langier dominated this last 10 minutes.
They certainly have, and they've got reward for effort on the scoreboard for Baked in Sorrento. Mornington Timber and Decking, our major sponsor today. Two-handing it down Norton. Rode by Andrew Arthur. Kicks towards the wing. Camped underneath it, Herdman. Can't take the mark. Fisted to ground by Mitch Glenn, who was opposed to him. Goes in hard to hold it up. Is there a player over it? And Joel Bateman. Mitch Glenn is hailing cabs. Is that demonstrative?
Yeah.
Might be in the AFL. It's quarter time. It's a ridiculous rule, that too. 4-3-27 Langwarrin. Karingal one behind on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard, and the goal kickers for Langwarrin up to quarter time. Most of their small forwards or medium or small midfielders, 2 to Josh Dormer, 1 to Josh Bateman and to Chad Mulvogue, who kicked the first goal of the game. Karingal yet to score a goal. I thought Karingal were pretty good for the first 15 minutes, Goose, but then Langwarrin started to get reward for effort on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I thought Karingal got back. I don't know if you watched the footy last night, but I reckon they had too many numbers back behind the ball, and then every time they attacked, and they didn't take it on either. They kicked down the line. The times where they did take it, switched it and took it on, they got it inside their forward line. And I think if you can get it down to Darcy and Hope, they're pretty dangerous. And if they can get up and about and maybe kick a little bit better to them, they'll put a bit of scoreboard pressure on. But I suppose from Karingal's point of view, what you said, for 15 minutes they were very good, but that last 10 minutes, Langwarrin dominated around the stoppages. They were on the move. They just attacked their forward 50 time and time again.
Our major sponsor, Mornington Timber and Decking, they've got the highest standards in both quality and service. Call reception on 5975 1031 or John Gash, the boss, directly on 0427 028 450. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter very shortly. Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Langwarrin at 4-3-27. Karingal one behind, and we'll come back for Anytime Fitness 2 with Around the Grounds. You're listening to GameFace's coverage of the MP NFL Round 3 Anzac Day from Ballon Park between Karingal and Langwarrin.
The rules. Fit in.
Don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Have you had your team photos done yet? Well, Frankie Photography is the only way to go. Great photos, great designs. Find out how your club can raise money by selling photos online on your very own shop. Check out our website for other great offers such as live premiership posters, end of season awards, tributes and milestones, and gift vouchers are also available.
There's no right way,
No wrong way.
only your way,
Anybody,
anytime.
And welcome back to Ballon Park. Thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking. Dan Lonigan and Simon Goosey with you. Second quarter about to get underway. Karingal and Langwarrin. Second division game. The undefeated Kangaroos, one of three teams at the moment. We'll go around the grounds for any time fitness very shortly. 26-point lead to Langwarrin. Karingal with the breeze, though, in this quarter. Cowell is beaten by Norton. Happened a lot in the first quarter. Player was brought down in a tackle just as Karingal are about to go forward. And it'll go the way of Zach Andrew Arthur, who's been prolific so far. Gets the hand pass off. Storming his way through to kick inside 50 was Hamill. Did pretty well to get a deep probing entry, but off hands. Cleared out of defence now towards the wing by the Bulls at ground level. Good roving by Zach Saunders has been good. Gets the hand pass out now. They kick inside 50 through Sam Glenn, the orange-booted Sam Glenn. But there's going to be a free kick to go the way of Langwarrin behind the plate. And they'll take it at half back. It's Hamill again. He goes very close to the boundary. Picks out a target.
Just their kicks to the forwards.
Yeah.
It should have went to the other side. Give him a chance.
Young Charles down the line. Then a very good mark intercepting by Robinson, who's very good at zoning off and reading the play for the Bulls, who trail by 26 points. Opening minute or so of the second quarter. Robinson will be brought down as he plays on. Gets his boot to ball. An opponent was lurking behind him. Off hands. Not quite taken there by the Bulls. They whack it on towards half forward. That was Sullivan trying to get some meterage, but they've got numbers back, Langwarrin. Chain of hand passes ends up with Mulvogue. Brought down. Kicks towards the wing. Bateman couldn't take it cleanly. Back inside defensive 50
Free
for
kick.
Langwarrin. And holding on a little bit too earnestly was Churcher on his opponent. He's given away the free kick and it'll go to Oscar Whitty. Slightly left of centre half forward. Can he put a score on the board as in a major. Gets the hand pass off now to Pomeroy.
Oh,
Pomeroy, that is a horrible kick. He doesn't kick it well. He kicked it like it was flat, but a great effort by Glenn, who did well, falling to ground. That's Sam Glenn to swing around the body and misses narrowly to the left-hand side. Second score on the board for the Bulls. 2 behind, Langwarrin 4-3-27 on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard.
Important they lock it in here, get repeat entries.
That's what they need to do. That's what Langy started to do, Goose, in the back half of the first quarter. Hence why they scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. 2 of them to Dormer. He's the leading goal scorer on the ground. Kick 4 for the season. So back into play goes Andrew Arthur. He plays on. He gets another possession. He kicks towards the half-back flank. That's going to be a good mark in front. And I've been impressed with Zach Saunders' game so far. Probably Karingal's best. Marking it right half forward. He kicks inside
Darcy.
50. Oh, good mark, Darcy from behind. A candidate for mark of the day.
What was it, on the full? It must have been. It must have been just on the full.
So it doesn't count because he actually wedged himself behind his opponent and took an excellent mark. Andrew Arthur kicks it low and flat for Langwarrin, but turns it over. Robinson gets it back. Looks to take on an opponent. Gets taken down in a tackle. He did squeeze a little kick out. So really it should have been holding the ball, but he made an absolute meal of that. It's got to go the other way. Play on. Robinson gets it back. I don't quite understand that. Kicks to Darcy inside 50, but coming across his path and taking a good mark is young Mullins on debut. That was impressive by the 17-year-old.
Yeah, too right. He didn't go to spoil. He backed himself.
Candidate for mark of the day for Catapult. Kicks into a contest though, and Sullivan gets up and takes the mark for the Bulls.
We've got to get a goal here.
He's at left half forward. Back inside 50. A lot of repeat entries. Here in front, trying to take the mark is Hope. Almost. Couldn't hang on to it. Off hands. Malvo gets it out. Tuddenham hurries a kick and he can't clear it either. And again, setting up the wall is Sullivan for the Bulls. Kicks back inside 50. Bouncing ball at the back. Couldn't take it cleanly. Andrew Arthur's a lovely, clever kick off the edge of the boot from one side of the ground to the other. And they've got numbers able to take the mark. They raffle it.
If ever you talk
Rolfe
about a game of inches.
Got it to Bateman. Back to Rolfe. Under pressure. Joel Bateman. His kick is not a good one. Kicks it high, and there's going to be a free kick.
A game of inches, mate. They are so close to get a goal.
They are. Well, they're holding up well across half forward, aren't they? As Mitch Glenn gets the hand pass out. High kick inside 50 by Cal Dixon. Fisted from behind by Langwarrin in Harvinson.
One of their problems is just going long.
Is Rolfe gets the hand pass out. Player brought down was Joel Bateman. He was taken in a tackle after he delivered the footy, but he turns it over to Pomeroy on the wing. Bang it back inside 50 again, Karingal, about their 8th repeat entry. Again, no mark taken. Norton is there. They've got numbers at ground level. Peach wins it. Gets the hand pass on the outside, and a mark eventually taken by Herdman.
Just one thing, Dan. They are a little bit too predictable. They're just going long into the forward line. Allows Langy to get numbers back there. I think they've got to go short to go long.
Kick long towards DeMurlo. He was camped underneath it. Churchill was also involved in that exchange to get them out of defence, Langwarrin. Robinson marks.
And
he squares it into the middle now to Zach Saunders, who's been good. Could be a candidate for our best on ground for St Andrews Brewery. And he slides it again, but he has his opponent pick his pocket. And they kick it inside 50. It came from Joel Bateman. It's a foot race. There's no one inside 50 for either team. They get back now. The hand pass is turned over by Linda Saunders. And it is taken in the goal square. Snaffled by Harvinson. He kicks the goal. Well, there was no one there. And it was like they were off to the races. Who was going to get there first? The Karingal defenders did, but they panicked. So the first inside 50 for Langwarrin for the quarter results in a goal. And that would hurt any team and would no doubt disintegrate their confidence after having so many forward 50 thrusts, the Bulls, for the first 5 minutes, Goose.
Oh, certainly. 5 minutes they had it locked in their forward line, but they went long every time. It was so predictable to the big fellas. Get on the lead or go out a bit wider because they went down the same pathway every time. And that switch of play was... Yeah, just put too much air on it.
Former Yabby kicks a goal for the Roos to extend their advantage to 31 points at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Thrown up again. Norton wins it. Roving, but overrunning it. Churcher. Quick kick comes out. Glenn
Oh,
Front
that's
centre
50.
square.
That's 50.
That is 50,
Oh,
but
geez.
he played
That's
on and he
better.
finds Darcy, hits him on the chest. That's a good pass.
That's better. Someone
just
on
had
the
enough
move.
room, yes.
Yeah, and not just long to the packs. Much better. And if he kicks this, he'll get up and about. Last week he started off, he sprayed it a little bit.
And the first week he was the almost man. He just
Yeah.
needed the run. He'd only played 4 games of footy last year.
Yeah.
So Riley Darcy for Karingal's first goal of the match, which would come at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter.
And he's a confident player,
He
so
is.
if he can kick this, he could get up and about.
45 metres out, directly in front. He leans back.
Oh, he
And
got
it's been
touched. He went far too close to the
He
bloke
did
on the
too. Oh,
mark.
It went through
Oh,
the
look at
middle.
this. Turnover. Sammy Glenn. Another effort.
Well, he does well, Sammy Glenn. They brought it back into play on the outer side, and Sammy Glenn takes the mark. He intercepts right half forward, about a 30 to 45 degree angle, and he has a chance here to kick Karingal's first goal of the match, and to say they need it is the understatement of the century.
Yeah, the pressure builds and builds and builds.
It does. Langy doing everything right with their defence.
I don't like the way they turn their back when they go back for a shot. They should be looking at what they're going to kick to.
Well, he's also taking responsibility, though, Goose.
Yeah, but
he's on the left. He
if
hoists it long, goes across the face. Almost a good mark to Darcy. He's claiming it.
No,
Or
he
Hope.
won't be happy.
One of them is.
No, Darcy was,
Darcy
and
was
he won't
claiming
be
it.
happy.
No,
You watch him.
He nearly had it,
Yeah.
and it will be thrown up right on the edge of the behind line.
But if he's going to have a shot, go back, but you still can look at where you're going to kick to.
Needs to kill this, Norton. Through for a behind, and they do. Money for jam for Matthew Norton, winning all the hit-outs at the moment. 4 behinds to 5-3-33. They're back into play on the outer side. Mark was dropped by Langwarrin. They feed a hand pass out. Intercepted, taken by Hine. He swivels out of the tackle. Hard on the boundary! Kicks a sensational goal!
Banana.
And that is one of the goals of the day, if not the goal of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia. Lockie Hine threw it on the boot with the banana and said, forget about this set shot rubbish. I'll just go for broke from anywhere on the ground. Probably the hardest spot on the ground, the dead pocket, right forward pocket on the outer side, and he kicks a ripper, a banana, to get his team going as far as goals are concerned. The Bulls are 1-4-10, Langwarrin 5-3-33 on the Baked-In Sorrento scoreboard. And goal of the day, as I said, for Growth Syndicates Australia. They'll help you retire in style, significantly enhance superannuation for an ideal retirement lifestyle. We'll check the scores around the grounds now. And the Sharks are 8-7-55. Edith Val Aspendale 5-2-32. Dramana are 3-2-20. They lead the Pines 1-4-10. The Bombers are 1-1-7, getting belted by Frankston YCW 6-5-41. And Rosebud are leading Bond Beach 4-1-25 to 2-4-16. We'll get to second division in a second as Karingal bring it back inside 50. Langwarrin clear. The hand pass comes out to Church. He's taken on a 2-man tackle. Right on attacking 50, holding the ball. I'm not sure that he had prior. Sam Glenn will get the free kick. Second division. Chelsea 2-6-18. Seaford 1-4-10. Hastings. We'll get to them in a second as Glenn
Nice
kicks
kick.
inside 50. Couldn't quite find the target. It was fisted away late. Ball's at ground level. Karingal starting to play with a lot of intent. And it'll be held up 30 metres out from their goals. They trail by 21 points.
It's a free kick.
Free kick, is it?
Yep, free kick. Jeez.
Mitch Glenn, Sam's brother.
Out of 10 minutes 30, they've had it in their forward 50 for 10 minutes. Dane Swan.
Hastings 5-1-31 playing, of course, for Hastings against Tyab. 2 straight 12. Karingal and Langwarrin we're here at the moment. We don't have to worry about that. And Crib pointed 2-2-14, but the Demons are going well there, 7-5-47. And Pearsdale are leading Somerville by 4 points. Big kick by Mitch Glenn to the teeth of goal, fisted through for another behind, thanks to Anytime Fitness.
Pearsdale.
Yeah, they are up by 4 points over Somerville in the battle between second and third. Looking to remain undefeated, one of those two teams like Langwarrin. It looked like they might at the moment, but Karingal playing better with the breeze this quarter. 1-5-11, that kick back into play. You're going too close to the boundary, and the wind is taking it over the boundary and far away.
Let's hope he doesn't just go long to the square. Hit up someone.
That was Churcher.
Look at Robbo. He's sitting there. He wants it.
Jai Treep, who's been in the gym. He's got that big upper body. He floats a mongrel punt, which is no good. comfortable mark taken by the reliable defender Hamill. Hamill spreads it into the back pocket. Andrew Arthur bobbles it, just marks inside the boundary. Goes in short again. Now they've got loose men around the outer side of the ground. They'll look to build. Kick towards the wing. Rolf had it fisted away. Won though by Bateman. He gets it back and picks out Peach in the middle of the ground. Feeds a hand pass out now to Golby. Golby goes wide now to Herdman as they switch from one side to the other. Good kick to half forward, and Dormer takes the mark. Almost at half forward. He'll pop it up and go in short again.
Oh, switch it again.
And find the big fella Longley. Longley now will drive inside 50, a probing ball, looking for someone to mark. In front, not able to hang on. Big DeMerlo, the biggest man down there. Player taken to ground in a tackle for the Bulls. Holds it up inside defensive 50. Just the second move inside 50 for Langwarrin. This quarter, but they've kicked a goal. They'll lead by 22 points. Oh, Norton, big fist, almost like a kick to the teeth of goal. Number of players raffle it. Last line of defence, Cal Dixon gets the hand pass out to Robinson. Back to Dixon, the 2019 best and fairest winner. Spiral punch to the wing, but it'll come straight back. And a comfortable mark taken by Langwarrin on the wing by young Charles.
Once again, numbers behind the ball, Karingal had everyone
He
up
goes
there.
in short, but it's
Darcy.
turned over.
Over to Darcy.
The hand pass comes over the top to Treat.
Oh, Darcy's on his own.
He's on the left. He kicks it low to Darcy. Can Darcy mark? No, he can't. Picks it up. Tries to snap. Has the kick smothered. Just not working for Darcy. Socket away close to goal by Longley. Then he lays a tackle just outside the goal square. And they're disappointed. The Karingal boys, they had a golden opportunity on that occasion to kick a goal. Seth Kelly got it out wide to Treep, and he wasn't able to kick the goal. He kicked 3 last week, Seth Kelly. Deep in the teeth of goal for Karingal. Can they kick a goal? But it looks like it might be taken over the boundary. No, it'll be thrown over the behind line. No, it'll be thrown up. 5-3-33 to 1-5-11. Matthews on the bottom of the pack there for the Bulls. Thrown up again. Norton, the big fist. Open-handed punch. Close to the boundary line. Whitty's there, looking to pick it up, tried to keep it alive. Don't think he did. Boundary throwing.
Gee, they should have hit Darcy going forward there. He was on his own.
Well, it was a low kick. In fact, there's a behind. It went through for a behind. I thought it would run out of bounds.
I mean the other one when they were going
exactly
in.
right.
Yeah,
exactly right. It just wasn't the right kick in the end.
The opportunities, you got to take them.
In short to the back pocket. Peach to Churcher. Churcher between fullback and centre halfback. Slides a pass to Hamill. Back pocket outer side. Feeds it by foot again to the orange iridescent booted Joel Bateman. He kicks to the halfback flank on the outer side.
Karingal have owned it inside their forward 50. They just got to make sure they nail a couple of goals to put the pressure on.
Back now to Longley. Longley has a bounce. Looks to kick straight down the middle. Camped underneath Pomeroy, but he couldn't take the mark. Spills to the back to Robinson. Robinson tackled once, tackled twice, got boot to ball. Longley's there again. Tries to knock it away. Did pretty well. His team still got possession. Floating hand pass out to Golby. Feeds it to Mulvogue. His hand pass has run down as he's also claimed. Turnover now. Picked up beautifully by a cow, but his kick's an absolute shocker. As Goose 7, it still might come off. Handball comes out now towards Oscar Whitty. Oscar Whitty snaps around the body and he kicks an outstanding goal. He's got the hand pass from Darcy Hope, who was claimed. That's a great goal. Candidate for goal of the day for Great Syndicates Australia. And that's 2 goals with the win. They've kicked the hard ones, missed the easy ones. And the margin back to 16 points. 2-5-17 Goose, 5-3-33 Langwarrin on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Now, major sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking. They've got the highest standards in both quality and service. Call reception on 5975 1031 or John Gash directly on 0427 028 450.
That was a lot better there, into their forward line, open forward line. Still their entries inside forward 50 could be a little bit better. They could be sitting there having a shot.
They win a clearance taken by Bradley. Hope. As Norton had 2 cracks at it. Hope nearly, not quite, couldn't hang on. The spillage to Smythe of Langwarrin, but it's intercepted by Saunders, who has a flying shot at Zach Saunders, and he just misses to the left-hand side or behind. Seth Kelly involved too in that exchange inside 50 for Karingal.
10 shots to 8.
Yes.
If they can hit the
2-7-19 to 5-3-33 margin, 14 points. And we're 17 minutes almost into the second quarter. Back into play, Church. A high kick. Longley behind. Whacks it to the boundary. Rode by Charles. It'll be thrown back into play. So it's 60 from goal. Left half forward. Karingal doing all the attacking to the Karingal Parade end. Or the Ballum Park Cricket Club end of the ground. Winning it down to Bagley is Norton. Bagley scrambles to kick towards the wing, attacking it hard. Dormer couldn't take it with him. Paddles it to Mitch Glenn of the Karingal team. Hand pass on the outside to brother Sam. Kicks to half forward. Off the pack. Good play by Treep. Got rid of the hand pass probably a bit too urgently and quickly. Billy Rolfe dives on in. He's got to get rid of it in a hurry. 40 out from the goal that they're defending stoutly at the moment, the Roos. And they're within 14 points at the moment. Karingal 2-7-19 to 5-3-33. 17 played. Throw up again. Norton taps it down. Bagley tries to emerge. Taken in a tackle. Slips now to Longley. Feeds a hand pass out defensively. Stand start kick. Comes from Churcher and finds Dormer, who's doing a lot of work up the ground from his normal position in the forward line. He kicked 2 goals in the opening term. Delivers in short. He got it now to Josh Bateman. Back to Dormer. Handballs along the ground to Josh Bateman. His handball didn't find the target of Bagley. He was too close to the boundary and he was hotly pressed by opponents. Boundary throw, and his Karingal's forward pressure very good at the moment, Goose.
Yeah, I thought Bagley did that smart. He just tapped it over the boundary for another stoppage. Take a bit of time off, settle it down, because Karingal have done all the attacking this quarter.
2 goals to 1, but kicked inaccurately. Well done by Cal as he managed to hip Norton out of the contest. Camped underneath a Treep, has it fisted away. They have to do a lot of work, the defenders, this quarter for Langwarrin.
Going with the 3 marking players, Troop, Hope and Darcy. They've got to kick it a little bit better to them, at least to their advantage.
Gave a nice spoil on that occasion. Boundary thrown inside 50 for Karingal. Tapped down by Norton. Defensive give Andrew Arthur. Peach with a hand pass.
Oh, that was on the full. That was on the full.
Peach receives it's off the foot.
The back of his foot.
From Peach to Charles. And a free kick taken by the Bulls. They kick inside 50. And on a lead is Darcy Hope.
That's much better.
A scything kick came from young Matthews. Did well to lower the eyes and just hit the chest of Hope and give him a bit of space, Goose. You would know as a full forward, if you've got a bit of space, you've a big chance of taking it 9 times out of 10. For their 3rd goal in the quarter to cut the margin to single-figure digits. It is floating away, but it just sneaks in for a goal. 3rd goal to Karingal. Darcy Hope kicks 1. He kicked 4 last week, 3-7-25, and Langwarrin a 5-3-33 on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. And they're bringing freshly baked goods and coffee to your local. 1 store, 2 locations, Sorrento and Portsea. So some clever goals. And a nice goal there, the floater, which will certainly help their team. Darcy Hope getting an important goal. So Norton and the Langwarrin midfielders, some work to do. Jansen's on Andrew Arthur now. Oh, a terrific tap down to Josh Bateman. They were practiced at training.
He
collected
like
magnificently. Drill. Beautiful kick finds Harvinson. Harvinson off the edge of the boot. Shocking kick. Slips over. Ball lands in the middle of the ground. Good play to turn his opponent inside out of Zach Saunders. Kicks inside 50. Whack from behind. Darcy was in front trying to take the mark. Had it spoiled. Back inside front edge centre square for Karingal. Tapped away. Player taken on a tackle. Josh Bateman waited for the ball to get to him. Riley Darcy's got him. Did he get him high? Not sure about that. But anyway, Josh Bateman, who played in 2 premierships with Dramana, will take the free kick. His brother Joel playing well as well. Back edge centre square. Langy by 8 points. Have only been forward twice this quarter. Had a lot of defending to do. Kicks it wide now to the young man Charles, who takes the mark inside the boundary at half back. Father Ash, a star in the MPNFL. Ben Charles at half back. Standing start kick down the line to the wing. In front, big strong mark. taken by Payenberg, has been quiet so far. He marks in front of Robinson. He's got Norton on his own, about 20 metres clear, but he goes in short now and he finds Blake Peach. Peach will feed a 25-metre hand pass on the outside to Bateman. Robinson in pursuit, drags him down. His kick inside 50. No mark taken. Should have nearly been a free kick. And at the back, it's picked up by DeMurlo, snaps around his body and kicks the goal, which probably should have been a free kick the Bulls' way. 6-3-39, Karingal 3-7-25, and that's what I call efficiency. Inside 53 times, Goose. And Langwarrin, the league leaders, have kicked 2 goals into the breeze.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky because you did see the jumper get held. Geez, like every day of the week that was.
So around the grounds for any time fitness. Chelsea a 3-1-19, Seaford, 2-7-19, Seaford a 1-4-10. Hastings 9-2-56, Tyre a 2-6-18. Karingal, we know that they're behind here. Crib Point 2-4-16, Rye 8-5-53, Pearcedale a 4-9-33, Somerville 5-6-36. Out of the middle again, Mulvogue has been pretty quiet. Gets the kick into space on the outer side. Good play by Hamill to keep running from half-back, knocks it down. Rode by the big man, DeMurlo. He should be doing all the attempted marking, but he was waiting down like a rover, the big fella, and just misses to the left-hand side. But again, a good forward entry, deep enough, 35 from goal. And it's a 15-point lead to Langwarrin at the 23-minute mark. In First Division, we see Frankston YCW leading the Bombers by 32. Rosebud, they lead Bomb Beach by 4 points. Pines are trailing Dramana by 2 goals, and Sorrento are 41 in front of Edithvale Aspendale. And look like the team to beat at the moment with that multifaceted forward line. Karingal had a chance to go forward, but it's turned over across half-back by Rolfe, who takes the mark, and he finds young Charles, who marks inside the centre square. Ben Charles, stand-start kick, kicks towards half-forward. Trying to mark is Linda Saunders, can't. At ground level, Peach at the crumb, taken down in a tackle, right on attacking 50, and it'll be thrown up. 6-4-40 to 3-7-25, baked in Sorrento's scoreboard. Our naming rights sponsor, good to have them on board. John Gash and the team, Mornington Timber and Decking. Big fist down by Norton. At the drop, Andrew Arthur collects, kicks around the corner towards half forward. No mark taken. Attacking it hard. Big Cooper at DeMurlo. Payenberg also lays a tackle as well to keep it well inside attacking 50 for the Roos, 30 from goal. 24 gone in the second quarter in the sunshine. Won by Norton. Shakes the tackle, feeds a hand pass on the outside, backtracking Peach. Got the hand pass out now to Jakobenko. Jakobenko towards full forward. Through the fingers of Payenberg down there. It was on his own, backtracking just outside the goal square. Picks it up again. That was a bit too easy. Gets the hand pass out. Bateman, Josh, a high up and under kick. Jakobenko flies at the pack, couldn't take the mark, and the Bulls clear, and a good mark on his chest at half-back to Sullivan from the outlet kick. Sullivan will go for the 45-metre kick inside to Pomeroy. Pomeroy for the Bulls wants to take on an opponent. He's stopped while he's been shot. Great tackling by Harvinson. He beat one Harvinson tackle, not the second. It spills to Peach. Play on to advantage. Peach bangs from 45 and misses to the right-hand side, and he's starting to get prominent. Blake Peach could have been a candidate for Grace Syndicate's Australia goal of the day. 3-7-25 to 6-5-41.
Just Karingal, a couple of critical turnovers at critical times have allowed Langy a couple of easy goals.
Then the Saunders back into play. Mark dropped by Sullivan, had it knocked at the back as Green receives a very quick hand pass from Churcher. And, well, he was under the pump, young Charles, I should say, taken very quickly. It was as hospital a hand pass as you're likely to get the look away from Luke Churcher. Looking for our mark of the day for Catapult as well, as it's tapped down by Norton, intercepted by Jansen, kick smothered by the oncoming hands of Charles, and it's a boundary throw-in between wing and half forward in front of our commentary position and right in front of the Australian flag flying proudly here at Ballon Park this afternoon. Close to half-time, nearly 26 played, 16-point lead to Langwarrin. 2-3 this quarter. The punch down to Mulvogue, taken in a tackle. Squeeze a little hand pass out to Norton. High up and under kick to half forward. 2 players attack it hard. One was Bagley. The other was Josh Bateman for Langwarrin. The defenders were there too to put it over the boundary. Jansen involved, and also Pomeroy for the Bulls right in front of the Langwarrin dugout. Boundary throwing. Almost half time. Been a good contest. Langy just getting themselves back in front again. Not that they were behind, but they looked like momentum-wise they
Nice.
were.
There's
As this
another
time Saunders
turnover.
makes a bad error. As it was punched to the front, he collected it and he slews off the side of the boot. There's been a number of out of bounds on the full, and it'll be kicked back into play by Nick Tuddenham, very reliable defender for the Roos. Kicks close to the man on the mark. Sullivan got very close. Kicks down the line. Norton is there and through the fingers of the butterfingered on this occasion, Cooper de Merlo. And in fact, it's out of bounds on the full too.
As soon as you kick
This
it
will be
high,
taken by
high
Bartling.
up in the air, the wind takes it over.
Wobbly kick, getting up high. Charles for mark of the day. Couldn't take it at the drop. Sam Glenn. Hand pass too slick. Intercepted by Rafe. Handball's inside to Mulvogue. Handball's outside to Andrew Arthur. Backtracking. Handball's very closely now to Herdman. Herdman's hard on the boundary, and you're right. He goes too close and trying to knock it back in Norton, but it was sailing over the line and out of bounds on the full. Players getting hemmed in, tucked in.
Too
trying
much
to work
air.
in a telephone booth.
Yeah, too much air.
Telephone booth, I should say. Back into play, Jansen, low and flat. That's a good kick. Finds a target.
Oh, Norton is move out.
And a good mark. Completed by Seth Kelly. But his kick is turned over by Mulvogue in the middle of the ground. They can get out now. He kicks towards Josh Bateman. Josh Bateman will turn Saunders inside out. He had to go, Saunders. And Josh Bateman swiveled him, broke the tackle. Has two bounces. 40 from goal. He's missed.
That was a let-off.
And should have kicked the goal. Would have been one of the goals of the day for Great
the
Sydney
siren
against
had
Australia.
went. Siren
oh,
went way
siren
as he
went.
was
I missed it
running in. Yeah,
as he was running into goal. He missed it anyway. So it's a 16-point lead. The score does not count. The siren's pretty quiet here
quiet.
at Ballon Park, isn't it, Goose?
Yeah.
6-5-41 Langwarrin. Karingal 3-7-25. Could you use that as an excuse for losing last week?
No, not at all. But I thought that quarter there, Karingal had the better. They just didn't put the score on the board. They probably didn't get enough bang for their buck as they went forward. You know, a few turnovers, a few kicks didn't hit the forwards. Just chip it up a bit and let the forwards do the work.
Well, one of the highlights was that goal of the day, that banana when they were missing all the set shots by Lockie Hind on the outer side of the ground of the forward pocket down
That
to the
first
Karingal
goal.
parade end of the ground was an absolute ripper for Growth Syndicates Australia. We're looking for a mark of the day for Catapult. A couple of nearlies for the forwards, weren't there, for Riley
Hope.
Darcy and Darcy Hope. And, of course, Catapult bringing freshly... Well, Catapult is an organisation that deals with sports technology and sports trackers. So great to have them on board as a major sponsor.
Yeah, the GPSs.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if we can find a mark of the day. We'll go around the grounds a little bit later for Anytime Fitness with over 500 plus gyms around Australia, anywhere, anytime. But half-time, 6-5-41 on the Baked and Sorrento scoreboard. Karingal 3-7-25. Why are Langy in front? Have they been more efficient going forward, Goose?
Yeah, well, they have. Look, Karingal did own, in their forward half. I reckon they had it in their forward half probably 80% of the time. They just didn't use the ball going forward. Probably the first half of that quarter, you saw them just go long and long and long and not lower their eyes. Once they started to lower their eyes, I reckon they looked a lot more dangerous.
If you were giving a best on ground for St Andrews Brewery, award-winning brewers home ride here on the Mornington Peninsula, I mean, Andrew Arthur's been good.
Yeah.
Peach has been good. Norton's dominating the ruck, isn't he?
Yeah, Norton is dominating. He's given them first use. Bateman's, I think he's having a really good game too.
Josh or Joel?
Yeah,
Josh is 9,
Josh.
Joel's 19.
Yeah, Josh.
He's a very good player.
He's been, out of the stoppages, he's been bursting out the stoppages.
I think Zach
really
Saunders
well.
has been the best for Karingal so far. I like his game.
Yeah, across
half back,
yeah,
curly haired player wearing number 8.
He's been good. Yeah, he's been reading it well.
He has. But anyway, it's 16 points. 6-5-41 Langwarrin. Karingal 3-7-25 for Mornington Timber and Decking. It's half-time. Back with the second half in this second division clash, round 3, very shortly.
$10 a week for your club? Stand out from the crowd of generic websites? Now that I have your attention, let me walk you through how ClubZone can supercharge your fundraising. Is it time for your club's website to be upgraded to a new, easy-to-use platform? Create a ClubZone website and experience the new benefits today. It's time to supercharge your fundraising. ClubZone is everything your club will need to raise money. It's time to have an all-in-one website for your club's important news, information, sponsorship, e-commerce, ticketing, membership, and much more. There is no need to complicate things with cash when you can run everything through your website. Get your own online store to sell anything and everything. Memberships, apparel, merchandise, memorabilia, and more. For the club that has to juggle everything, ClubZone's easy to use and easy to build website solves your problems. No need to update the latest news on your homepage. ClubZone will have an auto-generated newsfeed straight from your Facebook feed. Open up your club's sponsorship opportunities and showcase and sell packages online to build their exposure. Set up fundraisers like never before with a fully automated raffle system. Ensure that you keep your fundraising events professional. ClubZone's integrated ticketing system is for all of your online and physical events. Take things to another professional level with ticket scanning functionality. We know help desk tools are one of the most integral tools when it comes to supporting our customer base successfully. That's why we are constantly building on our in-depth information centre for your use. Get the full ClubZone experience for just $14.80 a week.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
So we're going to do live and loose from the Mexican night. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for everyone on the stage tonight.
What an outstanding tournament it's been, Paul Wilson.
Unbelievable.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in.
Don't be too thin.
Or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Have you had your team photos done yet? Well, Frankie Photography is the only way to go. Great photos, great designs. Find out how your club can raise money by selling photos online on your very own shop. Check out our website for other great offers such as live premiership posters, end of season awards, tributes and milestones, and gift vouchers are also available.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
And welcome back to Ballon Park. It's ANZAC Day. Big game of footy between Karingal and Langwarrin. Langwarrin had the better of it in the second quarter, but Karingal dominated the back end of the first quarter with the breeze and hold a 16-point lead of 6-5-41 to 3-7-25. As we go around the grounds, Division 1 first for Anytime Fitness, over 500 plus gyms around Australia, anywhere, anytime, and Sorrento well in front of Edith Vale Aspendale, battling 12-9-81. to 5-4-34. Dramana a 5-5-35, leading Pines 3-5-23. The Bombers are concerned here. 2-4-16 and Frankston YCW 7-6-48. They're down by 32 points. Bomb Beach have hit the front over Rosebud, also without a win like Edithvale Aspendale. 4-5-29 to 4-2-26. Now in Division 2, with one game to come on Monday between Goose's Mornington side and Devon Meadows, and a game on Monday with Mount Eliza and Red Hill playing in First Division. Chelsea at 2-7-19, Seaford 1-4-10. That score's been the same for a long time. No update there.
That's the third quarter.
Third quarter. You're not sure that it would still be that score. It's been that score
It's
for a
a
long time.
low-scoring game.
If it is, they haven't scored for about 2 quarters. It's like soccer. Hastings 9-2-56, tie over 2 straight 12. That score's been like that for a while. Dane Swan playing for Hastings today. They've got a sportsman's night tonight. Pearcedale of 4-9-33, Somerville of 5-6-36. Tight contest. And that, of course, is the battle between second and third. One of those teams will remain undefeated and be the only undefeated side should Langwarrin get overrun by Karingal. We know about the
Rye beating
Rye thrashing Crib Point, 2-4-16 to 8-5-53. So 37-point lead to Rye against Crib Point, who'd be a bit disappointed with that because their first 2 games, Goose, have been quite competitive.
Yeah, look, they picked up Warwick Miller from us. He's gone down as assistant coach, and they've picked up a few. So new coach with Stevie Hamill stepping down and Happy taking over. So, yeah, they'd be looking to do a little bit better than they are at the moment.
So Karingal are out on the ground. Where do they need to improve?
I think at the stoppages, and they don't want to get too many numbers back because, as you saw in the first quarter, that Langwarrin, or with this win especially, they just own it in their forward 50, and eventually they'll wear you down. So I think if they even up the contest, even up numbers up the ground too, so they've got someone to kick to, they're a chance. They're better off to take the game on and try win it. This quarter could set them up. Like if they can turn and they can draw the quarter or just go down in this quarter, I reckon it sets them up for a really strong last quarter. And last week I was here in the terrace here when they got a couple of goals. They were very quiet, but yeah, this joint jumps and it gets them up and over the line. The last quarter going with the wind, the crowd could become very important if it's close.
Certainly could. But Langwarrin have only dropped 1 game of the last 14 they've played.
3 years, Dan, because
yes.
we didn't play.
Well, that's right. But they know how to win and they get their numbers back. My one area of concern for them, lack of quality key defenders.
Key forwards, would you say? Like the key.
Yeah, maybe key forward. Yeah, Pineberg's there and they've got young DeMerlo, and Mullins has come in today because one of the better key defenders in the comp, Mitch Cuthbert, is ill.
Yeah, but I reckon Karingal have got 2 of the
better key forwards, haven't they?
Yeah, 2
Darcy
of the
Hope and Riley Darcy.
Yeah, so and they're probably one of the best pair in the league, I would say, on their day. So, and I reckon that, you speak about quality defenders, they haven't really got off the chain. Karingal haven't helped by the way they've been kicking it to them, but they still haven't got off the chain. So you'd say that they're doing their job, but today's game is so won and lost in the midfield. If you can get on top in the midfield, I reckon that's really important. Hopefully from Karingal's point of view, they learnt a little bit from the first quarter, how much they fed out the back, because let's face it, Karingal were goal side, Langwarrin's goal side of stoppages. They were trying to protect instead of attack. So Langwarrin were just feeding it out the back and then having shots.
Well, that's right. And then they went forward a couple of times and were very efficient, weren't they, going forward. Our major sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking. They have the highest standards in both quality and service. Call reception on 5975 1031 or John Gash directly on 0427 028 450. A goal of the day. I think the clubhouse leader at the moment is Lockie Hiver. That banana on the run from nowhere in the dead pocket on the outer side to kick Karingal's first goal, and they were missing some set shots. And that's thanks to Growth Syndicates Australia, which will help you retire in style, significantly enhance superannuation for an ideal retirement style. We need a mark of the day for Catapult, and St Andrews Brewery looking after the best on ground.
Oh, here
tap
we go
down,
again.
and here is Andrew Arthur. What a tap that was. Norton, what an advantage. 45 out. He kicks long to full forward. Doesn't quite have the carry. And the pack goes up and forces it over the boundary. But that's why they're such a good side, and they've got such a clear advantage when Big Red waxed it forward like that.
Well, it was,
and the midfielders can get on the end of it.
yeah, it was quite predictable. All their forwards started back, and Langy just ran through. They had an open forward line to run through.
Tap down. Robinson looking to clear, kicks off the edge of the boot, aiming for Matthews.
You know,
In AFL footy, that was deliberate.
AFL football, it's deliberate. They watch too much TV. We hardly ever pay that.
No.
They should know that. Everyone asks for it, but it's very rarely paid.
It was the right kick in the end by Robinson, the experienced campaigner. Boundary thrown deep into attack. He's pushed into that Norton. Tried to feed a hand pass off. Under pressure, Bagley. Got claimed in a tackle. Defensive give.
There's
Good play, Jacobenko. There's Bagley again. He gets the hand pass backwards towards Josh Bateman, who runs into trouble, taken over the boundary in a tackle. And they're 35 from goal.
They're
tackle laid by Pomeroy.
Very dangerous on stoppages. You look at them on the move. Just watch this. You watch them get on the move, or they feed out the back. Sammy Glenn's up now. Going to sack him if they feed out the back. He's up.
Favours Cowell. It was a shallow boundary throw-in. Josh Bateman collects it, and he's collected in a tackle
That's
as
better.
well.
That's better.
And is that holding the ball? It is.
Bit rough. No, he didn't have prior.
Didn't really have prior, but anyway, free kick given against him.
I think he wants to open the game up. It was stoppage after stoppage.
Taken by Linda Saunders.
The high kick at once again.
Well, Bradley it is. He kicks to the
Straight to
wing.
Norton.
Norton should take the mark. Drop what he should have taken. Off hands to Longley. Threads a hand pass on the outside to Joel Bateman. Joel Bateman bangs inside. 50 again. But a good defensive mark taken by Karingal.
Pomeroy again.
Pomeroy has been pretty good. One of their better players. And 50 metres stepping over the mark is Harvinson, the former tyre player. I won't say it, but it's not 50 metres, that rule, and it shouldn't even be. It's a ridiculous rule. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So Pomeroy's been good playing in defence. Probing kick to half forward. Norton out of the contest, attacking at hard hope. Couldn't take the mark for the Bulls. Bulls at the drop and held up in a tackle. Andrew Arthur always there where the footy is. Trying to collect him is Sam Glenn, and Andrew Arthur gets up last, slightly shaken and stirred, and it'll be thrown up again.
Hope's got his hands to the ball.
He has.
He just hasn't taken them, has he?
Norton shifted Cowell out of the contest, didn't give him a decent run at it.
He had
And
no
then-
problems last week,
No.
I'll tell you.
I know, unfortunately against your mob,
Yeah.
Goose. Norton, a tap down again, but reading it best. On the left is Whitty, kicks inside 50. Darcy doesn't quite get to him. Big pack converging. Hope came in late, knocked to the front of the pack. Clearing out of the defensive area again is Josh Bateman. Kicks Langwarrin towards half forward. Mark not taken. Balls at the drop. They've got numbers everywhere. Bagley slung in a tackle. Loses control of it. Mitch Glenn also slips over. Front edge centre square for Langwarrin. Number of players mill around. There'll be another ball up. Still 16 points. Same score as it was at half time on the baked in Sorrento scoreboard. 6-5-41 to 3-7-25.
Bateman,
Norton
he
misses
turns
it.
the Jets on, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does.
He's very dangerous when he turns
Good
the
hand
Jets
pass
on.
at close quarters. Comes out now to Saunders. Kicks towards the wing. Sam Glenn is there backtracking. Beats Smythe. Also beats the lunging Joel Bateman. Handballs on the inside. Taken by Bradley. Kicks to half forward. Hope again almost. Not quite. Rolfe wins him at ground level. Gets the hand pass out now to Tuddenham. Tuddenham kicks down the line. Mark not taken by Hind. Good play to Sharker. Brilliantly is Mulvogue. Long hand pass to Josh Bateman. Kicks to half forward. And Dormer marks on his own. About a kick and a bit out from goal. Goes for the half distance pass.
Bateman
running
again.
into space again. Josh Bateman. Good hard running. Running both ways and running both ways brilliantly. One of the candidates for our best on ground for St Andrews Brewery. Slightly right of centre half forward, Josh Bateman. Looking to kick with the breeze to extend his team's lead to 22 points. He kicks
that's-
long and high, and that
Jeez.
is an outstanding kick with the breeze. He's kicked a couple now, kicks it with authority. A candidate for our goal of the day for Great Syndicate Australia.
Billy Rolfe's a lot longer kick than Joshy Bateman. Karingal should have been aware of that, him coming past. What's that?
He's a wonderful playmaker too. He's kicked 2.
Yeah, feed it out the back, and he's a long kick. Once again, though, Karingal's had most of the inside 50s. They just couldn't make the most of their opportunities.
5 minutes played, margin 22 points on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Thrown up again, Norton. Norton with that big body. You can't shift it.
In the back.
On the bottom of the pack was
in the back.
Able to receive a free kick, sliding him forward, Bradley, and he'll take it just behind the centre circles. Half distance pass again. There's that man Bateman. Hand pass at close quarters to Rolfe. Rolfe, who we know uses the footy well. Kicks to his teammate looking to take the mark. Harbinson had it fisted away, and now Karingal look to clear into vacant territory around the outer side. But again, they've got numbers everywhere. And Longley gets back. He finds Peach. In short to Rolfe, gets a hand pass to Andrew Arthur. Their stars rolling now for Langwarrin. Kicks long to full forward. No mark taken off the pack. Pineberg. He rolls it home, but
that
from
was
behind.
1 on 2 too.
Yep.
Robbo's not playing on anyone. Langy quite happy with that and setting up behind the ball.
Dixon to inbound. The margin 23 points, 48 to 25. He turns it over. The pass was intended for Pomeroy. Had too much on it, and the mark taken by Peach, who just chips in and is having an outstanding game. Must be in contention for St Andrews Brewery best on ground. Bangs it long to full forward. No one can take the mark. Off hands, cleared out of defence by Linda Saunders. Just threw it on the boot. Kick to the wing. Joel Bateman makes a good contest. Bradley there. Hand pass a bit slick for Pomeroy. Pomeroy tackled. Gets the hand pass out. Puts his teammate under the pump, who tried to walk forward in a tackle, was going nowhere in a hurry. There's a bit of pushing and shoving. Couple of too highs. It should be a free kick to Karingal. You're right, Goose.
You can't do that anymore.
No, you can't. That's why the free kick must go their way, and the pushing and shoving occurs behind. So Mitch Glenn will take it. Came from Rye this year. Stabs a pass out wide to Kel Dixon at half back on the broadcast side of the ground, or social club room side of the ground. Margin 23 points Langwarrin's way. Wobbly punt kick to the wing. It's a finger breaker, almost marked by Battams. Socket by Cowell. In the road, though, cleared by Young Mullins to Big Red. Doesn't take the mark. Again, drop one he should have taken. At ground level, looking for it, but not finding it is Pomeroy. Doesn't like the treatment he receives from the opposite number 19, Joel Bateman. Tempers are fraying a bit here, Goose. Yeah. And in front of the Karingal dugout, it'll be thrown back into play with Langy up by 23 points on the Baked scoreboard.
A bit of passion.
Boundary throw in. Norton, the tap, again. Spinning by there. They are on the move. You're right. Malvo couldn't take it. Jansen pushed forward in the tackle, I thought. And the umpire says, I'll throw it up. Laying an egg on him is Peach, who's been brilliant today for Langwarrin, as he always is. Norton beats Cowell. Taps it defensively, taken by Pomeroy. I like the way he's played. Kicks to the wing, and Rolfe, though, in the way. Across half back, just behind the wing for Langwarrin. Had a year at Lauderdale last year in Tassie. Came back to Langwarrin this year. Half distance passes too long. Kick. Misses the target of Malvogue. At the back, Pomeroy tidying things up for the Bulls. Jansen there. Threads a hand pass out to Bradley. Bradley on the left. Kicks towards half forward. Using the body Darcy. But in the road, Churcher does well. Helps his teammate out in Hamill, who gets the hand pass out now as he was going one-on-one with Darcy. And the umpire says there's going to be holding the ball. That was as red hot as we've seen, Goose. Yeah. Free kick to young Sullivan on the outer side of the ground for Karingal, who trail by 23 points. Sullivan kicks it low and flat inside 50, but there's no one there. Good mark to Ryan Smythe, another solid defender, who will switch it and spread it now to Joel Bateman, who's running hard. He's at half back in front of the new grandstand here, in short, and taking the mark on his chest. And says, I will kick to you. Pineberg does, but kicks badly. Kel Dixon Camp looking for Bagley, who is trailing his opponent in. He kicks to the sagging off Robinson. Robinson kicks into the middle of the ground, finds Bradley, still behind the centre.
Bit of patience.
They try and pick their way through all the numbers, the blue and white numbers that have gone back behind the centre circle and the centre square. On the left, lowers the eyes. It's not a great kick. It wasn't really intended for the man that took the mark.
No, you're right there, Dan. Went over his head.
but it's taken by Whitty. He kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Smythe falls off his knee. Picked up by Glenn. Glenn has a hurried shot at goal. Bouncing kick, which misses and through for a behind. So the first score of the second half for Karingal, 3-8-26, has come at the 10-minute mark. Langwarrin 7-6-48, margin 22 points. Back into play. Straight down the middle goes Joel Bateman. Plenty of distance on the kick. Robinson from behind the big fist towards the front edge of the centre square. A lot of players milling on the football as it hits the ground. And the umpire says, I will throw it up again, right on the edge of the centre square.
That was good by Robinson to be disciplined enough
big
to punch
fist.
that. Yeah.
Thrown up. Norton just shifts his opponent out comfortably. Mulvogue takes it, kicks it high under the pump, high up and under kick. It doesn't go the required distance, and immediately Josh Bateman is claimed, Goose, just behind the centre circles, and it's a 23-point lead, 3-7-25 to 7-6-48. Good play, Norton. Got it out to Peach. That was brilliant. And Joel Bateman heard the voice of his teammate in DeMerlo, and he was under the pump as he handballed over his head. That was clever.
They got
and then he hits the target of
and 50
Herdman and 50 metres against Mitch Glenn for making some contact after Herdman had taken the mark at left half forward. So he'll go from about 70 metres out. He should, if he's given the right distance, 20 metres out directly in front, and should kick their eighth.
Yeah, no need for that. That was a bit of frustration. From Glenn's point of view, he just allowed him too much space and then pushed him in the back.
How good was that Joel Bateman hand pass under the pump? He does well to slot it home.
He's trying to...
bit of pushing and shoving, and he just shoves it in his face and says, suffering your jock, son, which is what we used to say at school. 8-6-54 to 3-8-26. The margin 28 points on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Now, major sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking. Go and see John and the team. They'll give you the best deal possible.
They wouldn't want them kicking any more. They like Langy, it'll get out of touch. I think Karingal would like at least 1 or 2 goals to give himself a chance going into the last quarter.
It said 3-7-25. I'm sure there was a behind. So the margin says 29. Peach wins the tap from Norton. A hand pass from Mulvogue. A hand pass defensively to Andrew Arthur. Kicks to half forward. No mark taken. Robinson at the back of fumble. Slides out a hand pass. They go defensively now to Bartling. Bartling kicks towards the wing, but once again turns it over by going way too wide. How many times they kicked out of bounds on the full where their kick has sailed wide?
Oh, both
Karingal.
sides have. Look at that,
Karingal.
straight down the middle.
Kick inside 50 is an absolute bullet, and on the lead, Josh Bateman, who's having a magnificent time out there, and he must just about be the favourite for the St Andrews Brewery best on ground.
He was mine at the first half. I like what
he hasn't done much wrong in the third quarter.
His possessions do hurt you too. Like when he burst out to the open, he generally uses the ball quite well. You know, you can get a lot of the ball, but as long as you use it, and he uses it really well.
Minimal angle, right of centre half forward, Josh Bateman. For his third, 45 out. The kick's a beauty. It's, and just misses to the right-hand side, certainly at the carry. Would have been his third, 8-7-55 to 3-8-26 is what I've got it, 29-point lead. Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Robinson, which way is he going to go?
Numbers are down the middle.
Yeah, needs to go down the middle.
Yeah.
Because if he goes too wide, it'll sail out of bounds on the full, which it has all day.
No
but
numbers.
Big DeMerlo's taken the mark on the second grab. He read it best. Sam Glenn was the smallest man. You're right. Handball's behind him to Peach. Peach another disposal, slipping over Saunders when he was about to take the mark. Zach Saunders of Karingal bounced off his chest, but he locks it up, holds it up inside defensive 50, 35 from the goal they're defending.
He did go down the middle, but they all went the other way.
Mustn't have given that behind, so it's a 30-point lead on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Tap down again.
No, I think the
by
scoreboard's
Mulvogue.
wrong. I think
I agree with that. I'm sure they got it behind.
Did,
he did signal it, didn't he? 3-8 to 8-7, so 29 points. Cal, who's battled manfully. Karingal get a hurry kick out, but again they hold it up nicely across half back. Mark taken by Longley. Kicks back inside 50. Couldn't quite find the target down there. He was backtracking Bagley, and now they'll clear through Pomeroy. Handballs to Glenn. Glenn, though, is confronted. He hesitates, is lost.
Too high.
And he got one high. The tackle was certainly on, but he managed to probably buckle a little bit and caught one around the neck and takes the free kick inside defensive 50,
The only
left back
problem
pocket.
for Karingal, they got no one to give to. Langy got numbers behind the ball, and it just seems to come back every time.
So he kicks in hope. The mark was dropped by Josh Bateman. Good play by Charles to tap it forward. Good tackle laid by Joel Bateman. And they eventually emerge with it and kick it wide now. Taken by Glenn. Mitch Glenn, who receives it on the broadcast side. But
shocking.
the kick was affected and turned over by Joel Bateman. Joel Bateman on the wing for Langwarrin. He lowers the eyes and the kick just finds Peach. It went a little bit too high. Got it on the second grab. Plays on. Kicks it low and flat inside
good kick.
50.
Good
That
kick.
should be a mark
Mark
or a
free
free
kick.
kick because he got out in front and Payenberg received a free kick for a late spoil over the shoulder and has a chance to kick another one for the Kangaroos, who lead by 30 or 29 points at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've still got another 12 minutes of this quarter to go, and they wouldn't want to, from Karingal's point of view, you wouldn't want to allow them to kick this one. It's just starting to put it out a bit out of their reach.
Payenberg kicks it long and high. It's a
point,
good-looking kick,
point.
but to the left-hand side. And the best score in footy, especially on radio, Goose, 88-56, brother after the late, great Harry Beitzel, brought in by Rex Hunt, because he used to say 88-56, and he called everyone brother. 3-7-25 as you go around the grounds for Anytime Fitness. Sorrento annihilating Edith Vale. Aspendale up by 76.
Oh, there's another turnover.
44-point lead to
as we
Dramana. There's a
speak.
turnover here. Again, they're just queuing up. And a mark taken by Joel Bateman. He's 52 out. He's kicked long to the goal square. Who's back?
That's a mark.
Great mark on the line for Langwarrin. We'll get around the grounds for Anytime Fitness shortly.
1 metre out, he won't miss this.
No way. That was a beautiful kick, and the mark taken by Herdman, who's about to kick his second for the quarter. We'll just wait for him to kick it. He does. Saunters in. Another one on the board. 9-8-62 to 3-8-26. So Sorrento lead Edith Vale Aspendale. Dramana thrashing Pines by 44. Bombers getting their hands pulled down by Frankston YCW by 38. Bomb Beach have got away from Rosebud to lead by 16. In second division, thank you Goose, doing a great job for Anytime Fitness. Chelsea are 3-8-26. Seaford are 1-6-12, low scoring there.
Low scoring, yes.
Hastings by 39 points over Tyab. Dane Swan playing for them today. Crib Point getting beaten by Rye by 40 points. Pearsdale down by 4 points against Somerville in an absolute humdinger in the battle between second and third, along with Langwarrin, you think will remain undefeated. They will also remain undefeated, one of those two teams today. Back in the middle of the ground. Who's going to get rid of it? Quick hand pass forced out by Churcher, but in the road, cleared the other way. Nice kick towards half forward, came from the Bulls. But unfortunately, they can't get a clean possession, and intercepting once more from the attempted tap is Golby towards the wing on the outer side, and away
Pace.
they go again. They've got a lot of pace, this mob, Langwarrin. They kick back inside 50, bouncing ball. Dormer's at the back. He beats a couple on the left. He wobbles it across the face. He was trying to kick on the right, but in the end he had to go on the non-preferred left, and it goes right across the face from one forward pocket to the other. But he was lurking with intent and window shopping and almost bought.
I think they'll take this because they get on the move. What have we got? The big Nortons off. You watch him here. On the move. Who's this? Andrew Arthur's coming through. Look at him on his own.
He is.
He's out the back.
Payenberg doing the ruck work. It's tapped down.
Just feed out
And
the back.
again, Jakobenko grabbed it at ground level. Had it cleared though by Dixon, but only momentarily, and they just set up a wall across half forward, and it'll come straight back in. The intercept mark completed at the left half forward by Joel Bateman.
He's confident of making the distance.
With the win, the lead 36 points. It's just got out of hand for Karingal.
Got to aim for the right-hand goalpost, I think.
Have not kicked a goal into the breeze, and Langy managed to slot two in that second quarter. So slightly left of centre half forward. Joel Bateman slews the kick, hooks it, you're right, Goose, and it goes out of bounds on the full. So Lockie Hine to kick that great goal. Candidate for goal of the day for Grace Syndicates Australia to Robinson as he switches. Down the ground to Cowell, the young ruckman at half-back, who I think has battled bravely against Big Norton in the ruck today. His eyes are spinning and darting left and right.
He's done
He'll
all
kick
right
down
around
the
the
line.
ground.
Yeah,
to
but
it.
attacking hard was Rolf, brings it to ground. Waiting down at ground level was Bradley, got the hand pass out. Skidding kick towards the wing. picked up by Darcy. He's had a quiet day. His kick goes nowhere, and Mulvogue is able to intercept just behind the centre square. Levi Dixon's kick was the one that was looking for Darcy. Again, they've managed to spread on the outside. They've got numbers everywhere. Churcher gets it out wide now again. Picked up by young Charles. Charles is playing the wing on the outer side in this quarter. Kicks long to full forward, but a good defensive mark by the Karingal defence. I reckon it's been okay.
Well,
looking to play on.
Been under the
Robinson,
pump.
but he turns it over at centre half forward. They've just struggled to bring it out, especially when they've gone down the corridor. Demurlo marks. Handballs to Peach. Always seems to be spinning by on his own to get the handball received, but his kick finds Robinson on the chest. Another defensive mark for the Karingal veteran.
DeMurlo's taken a few good marks
Yeah,
today.
he delivers to Mitch Glenn, who's battled manfully. 25 out from the goal that they are defending. Handballs back to Robinson in the goal square. Gets around an opponent, Payenberg, who almost stopped him in his stride. Kicks towards centre half back. Sam Glenn couldn't take the mark, but collects at ground level. Handballs out to the left-footed Bartling.
Straight
Bartling
back.
kicks high, but again DeMurlo's camped. Just attacking side of the wing. Handballs on the outside to Bateman. Bateman will stream long. This is Joel Bateman, a long kick. And is the mark taken inside? No, it's through from behind Bagley. Thought it was.
He was claiming that. Look at him. Typical 40, he's asking the umpire.
21 minutes gone, 37-point lead. Dixon to inbound, 9-9-63 to 3-8-26. The new dad of Remy kicks back into play. Wobbly punt kick.
Hope. Oh, he just,
Hope, yeah, they almost couldn't take the mark. Socket off the ground by Longley, close to the boundary. Picked up by Peach again, screws a kick around the body to half forward. Inside attacking 50. At ground level, a hand pass comes out. Under pressure as a player taken in a tackle. He was swung around 360 for Karingal. Should have been holding the ball, but the umpire let it go. And again, the hand pass came out from Zach Saunders, but he sold his teammate into an inordinate amount of trouble, which was Robinson. Thrown up just inside the boundary. Tapped down again. Andrew Arthur couldn't grab it. Robinson goes in hard. He slides in. That should be the dangerous tackle rule, shouldn't it?
No, I thought their Langy bloke dived in and took
Did you?
his legs. Yeah, first. That is, they sometimes pay him and they sometimes don't.
25 out, the tap down.
Oh, that's
Reading
a
it
drop
best
kick.
is Pomeroy, but he's claimed in a tackle and hurriedly got boot to ball.
Look at
25 from goal. Squeezes out to Peach.
Out
Peach
the
has a
back again.
flying snap from 25 and he misses to the left-hand side. He just seems to be on his own
Yeah, out
at the
back
backside of the contest. Every single time, Blake Peach.
Well, they're
so good at reading it, isn't
How
he?
many shots on goal they've had it from feet and out the back and straight to
26 to 64. Dixon back into play again. Getting up, nearly taking the mark, Harvinson. But in front.
Was a good mark.
Was a good mark. At half back, short kick to Glenn.
Bit patience, that's it.
From Levi Dixon, handballs to Jansen. Jansen
on the full
kicks
again.
out of bounds on the full once more. In fact, it was Lockie Hind that kicked that to Glenn, and it'll be coming back, not to DeMurlo.
That opportunity that you
They
just
have, but
waste
they've
so
just gone
much
too close to the
opportunity.
boundary, haven't they? So it'll be Hayden Golby with the footy, lookalike to Blake Peach. He will drive it long, to half forward. Big pack forming and getting across and whacking it over the boundary. Good play by the Bulls, and the man that got a decent fist on that is young Matt Smith, who took one of the face-saving marks last week to help, Goose, Karingal
that's
get
all
over the
right.
line with 6 last quarter goals. But Mornington were pushing forward. Matt Smith on debut was there to
I can't see Karingal scoring. When you
Take a good mark.
look up, Langy is set up behind the ball. They've got the young fella over there in the centre, loose by himself. Oh, that's a shocking throw, and you may as well call it back.
Mornington Timber and Decking, our major sponsor, close to the boundary. Andrew Arthur on the up, under the pump, gave it to Peach, whose kick was run down.
That actually hit Peach in the back, which is a free kick to Karingal because you're not allowed to touch it.
38-point lead, 9-10-64 to 3-8-26, been goalless both ends into the breeze.
Norton's getting a big rest too, maybe for the last
The Cranbourne
quarter.
end, tapped down by DeMurlo, working his way through, but the handball didn't find a target from Bradley of the Bulls. Oh, Andrew Arthur he was burrowing in, forging through.
This umpire's called it too high.
Too high, and I'm not sure about that because he was trying to take the field on, but he comes up with the free kick. Handballs are close quarters to Mulvogue.
Be aware.
Mulvogue will step around a couple. He'll shake them off. He'll kick to half forward and he'll find a target. Mark is taken,
Oh,
not
geez,
claimed.
I
I
thought it
thought
was.
that mark was definitely claimed to Payenberg. Had it knocked away at the last minute, and it's pushed away out
Again-
of defence by
again, no one to
Karingal, but
give
once
to.
again,
Yeah.
they've got numbers back. Longley intercepts, kicks inside 50. Attacking at half, Bagley couldn't take the mark. He's been a bit almost today. Karingal clear again. A slewing ball because the player was tackled close to the boundary of young Smith, and his hand pass, he's trying to handball it along the ground, handballs into an opponent, and in fact, it's a free kick.
What for?
And
Come off the Lang. He handballed
I
it
thought
into the
did.
Lang.
I thought it did. But anyway, free kick will go
Was
to
it
Josh
deliberate?
Bateman.
Is it
Could-
deliberate?
Well, how can you
I know.
How can you give that one
I
and not
know.
the others?
I know.
Bateman has kicked two. Drive it
Oh,
long to the teeth of goal. It's a great
Oh, it's a
kick. It
mark.
nearly comes
Oh.
back. And off hands, they get a hurry boot to ball, Langwarrin, but young Smith will clear for Karingal. Kicks down the line and finds Sam Glenn at half-back. Their defence holding on, but they're 38 points in arrears. Have added just one behind this quarter. They've kicked 3-5, Langwarrin with the breeze. High kick close to the boundary. In the middle of the pack, young Mullins at ground level. Matthews grabs it. He is crumbed and tackled by young Mullins in front of the Karingal dugout, a 38-point lead to the Roos.
The two key forwards are always flying up against a +1 or a +2. They just got
Treat doing the ruck work. Big fist by Norton. Gets 10 metres to his team's advantage. Attacking it is Glenn, and Norton coat hang at him. Handballs at close quarters to Jansen. Jansen now under some pressure. Will drive it long a bit indiscriminately to half forward. Attacking the pack. Hope hasn't been able to hold on to anything today. Cal down there as well. Pack forming at their feet. Umpire to throw it up, and there's that very quiet siren here at Ballon Park. 3/4 time, thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. And remember, when you're in Sorrento and Portsea, pop into the cafe at Baked in Sorrento, bringing freshly baked goods and coffee to your local one store, 2 locations, Sorrento and Portsea. And St Andrew's Brewery is our sponsor for our best on ground today. And Blake Peach, Zach Andrew Arthur, Josh Bateman, probably the 3 favourites at the moment, all star Langwarrin midfielders. Award-winning Brewers home right here on the Mornington Peninsula. So we'll take a break. Just before we take a break, Goose, Langwarrin 3-5 to 1 behind. They seem to have this game in hand, even though Karingal coming home at the breeze, they just can't get it past the wall that Langy keeps setting up.
Yeah, they just had to probably make a little bit of inroads that quarter to give himself a chance. Like, you can't see what have they got to kick? At least 6 goals or
They've kicked
7
3 in
goals,
3
and they've only
quarters.
kicked 3 goals.
Yeah. It makes it tough, doesn't it? 3:8:26 to 9:10:64. A quarter going 27 minutes and 26 seconds. Thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking, back with the last quarter shortly.
On the inside, Sophie Marr, but Isabella Khan gets the upper hand.
Just gets it past the fielder. You're in trouble. Pierce Sterling will be run out. And wonderful to see some of the greats of Australian sport here today.
It's just on exactly 2 miles. 2-time Olympic Games finalists over the 3,000 steeple.
Too wide. In the inside is Marr, but down the outside is Khan.
Cover running it at ground level. Charlie Rowe again from Mount Eliza.
I want to crash the interview. Take the microphone, please. Thank you. So I just want to be a big fan of yours. So I'm in the federal parliament, but you play Big Bash.
Come outdoors, we're sitting here watching athletics, there's heaps of people running of all ages.
Times through, so this first place is really important. The runner in green in Buddy.
Eddie Jerovic now has got a bit of move to do. He's got to try to get a run off the bank somewhere. He's
Gertz roosts that one. That is a monster of a kick for a goal. Waters in again short. He hits this high, and he might have got enough on this to go for 6. It has. Coming into a catching position on the onside. Mills the spoon shot. He's picked that gap beautifully. What a shot that is.
Get your GameFace on.
Have you had your team photos done yet? Well, Frankie Photography is the only way to go. Great photos, great designs. Find out how your club can raise money by selling photos online on your very own shop. Check out our website for other great offers such as live premiership posters, end of season awards, tributes and milestones, and gift vouchers are also available.
In life,
You have to play by the rules. Fit in
don't be too thin.
or too bulky.
You have to be perfect.
Try harder. Go faster.
Know your limits.
Calm down.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Wearing that.
Eating that.
Suck it up. Suck it in.
Boys don't cry.
Girls don't fight.
You can't do that.
You watch this.
There's no right way.
No wrong way.
Only your way.
Anybody.
Anytime.
Welcome back to Ballon Park. Thanks to Mornington Timber and Decking. The last quarter, a lot of work for Karingal to do. 3-8-26 on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Langwarrin 9-10-64 with the breeze. They monopolised inside 50s. 3-5.
I need two goals in
Karingal kicked
5
one behind.
minutes, I'd
well,
say.
I think there's probably no chance.
No, I
Norton
do agree.
wins it down, and it's Sharks straight away. Out of the middle by Josh Bateman. Taken by Jacobenko, front edge centre square. Taken in a standing tackle and brought to ground inside the centre square with his team well on top here. One of the good young players in this side. Punched down by Norton. Read best, though, by the Bulls.
And the
coming the other way.
big fella had an extended break on in that third quarter.
Was Lachlan Linda Saunders. Norton down again the tap. Reading it best, Andrew Arthur. Had it stripped from him, though, and Joel Bateman didn't quite have complete control of it, and the tackle laid on him by Bradley, and he'll take the free kick on the wing in front of our commentary position. Kicked just 3 goals, all down to the end with the wind. Langwarrin today is stepping around a couple of opponents. Bateman kicks to half forward, mark not taken by Harvinson. Picked up, hurried shot at goal by Bagley, and he was brought down.
Downfield in the goal square.
Yeah, that's correct. In fact, it was Charles who was brought down, and there's a free kick in the goal square. Just as he kicked it, he's been pretty good on the wing today, the youngster. And Payenberg will have a shot at goal here, and if the game's not already beyond doubt, he should put it beyond doubt.
Baggers was just slipping in there for that one over the top.
He's kicked the goal. He kicked it hard. He kicked it as hard as he could, and I reckon tried to hit that right goal post. 10-10-70 to 3-8-26. The margin 44 points on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. And as we said, Mornington Timber and Decking, our major sponsor, they've got the highest standards in both quality and service. Call reception on 5975 1031 or John Gash directly on 0427 028 450. And we need, obviously, a mark of the day, Goose. I haven't seen too many marks. I've seen a lot of almost from Darcy Hope and Riley Darcy and Payenberg and even young DeMerlo. And that, of course, is thanks to Catapult. Norton Gets it defensively to Andrew Arthur. Drives back inside 50. Wins another clearance, but turned over by Pomeroy. Pomeroy kicks towards half forward. Through the fingers out there, not taking the mark is Battams. And cleared by Langwarrin towards the wing. And they've got numbers everywhere. Comfortable mark taken. This is Jakobenko. He kicks it high. He finds his teammate Rolf marking, kicking inside 50. Robinson gets back. Drop what he should have taken. Peach at the drop. May have been impeded. Taps it backwards towards Churcher, who was very good early. Set the tone.
Oh, he's on his
own. Picked up by Bateman. Does well to throw it on the boot. Kicks it out wide towards half forward. Went from one half forward flank to the other. If it had got out the back, they were into another open goal, the Roos. And the player there was Harvinson, who's still trying to, I think, find his way in this Langwarrin side after being virtually, with the greatest respect to him and the Abbeys, the sole contributor at Tyre for quite a few years, Goose. Boundary throw in. He was pushed there by Cow. Should have got a free kick against Norton. Taken by Josh Bateman. Handballs to Peach. Stepping around a couple of opponents. Joel Bateman being good. Floats a long hand pass to Andrew Arthur. Hard on the boundary. Kicks to the top of the goal. Square. Great mark. Bagley.
That
might be our mark of the day for Catapult. They look after the trackers, Catapult.
Yeah,
and Mark Bagley tracking in the right direction with that mark 40 metres out, directly in front. Strong contested mark.
It was over the back. He had his name written on it. He got back, had the ride.
To make the margin 50 points, and he goes over the goal umpire's cap. Kicks the goal.
I think that's his first goal.
It is 11-10-76. Well played by Mark Bagley. First goal of the day.
Let's put it beyond doubt now.
Here's
Look
Norton.
at that, out the middle
Taps
again.
it down to Jakobenko. Andrew Arthur back to Jakobenko. Feeds the hand pass forward. 30 metres out. Shot at goal on the run. Dormer. This is what he should have kicked for his third. That was champagne footy by the Roos. Having numbers inside attacking 50. Streaming forward they were.
Like a training run that
51
was.
51 point lead. 11-11. 7-3-8-26. Baked in Sorrento's scoreboard. Here's Dixon. Back into play again. Favours the broadcast side of the ground. Going underneath it was young Sullivan at the back. Picked up but not able to get a possession. Smith. Matthews had it turned over for the Bulls. Joel Bateman had it stripped. Taken by Bradley of the Bulls. Kicks to half forward. Tapped down by Hope. Picked up though by Smythe, the loose ball.
Look at this.
Feeds it on the up now to Mulvogue, and they can switch to the outer side. They've got loose men everywhere. One man who's been very, very good out there today is Churcher. He just stops and props. He's looking for options left, right and centre. Steps around an opponent. Now he'll drive it long. Inside 50. Norton's getting back, trying to make an option, but coming out the other way. Good play by Cow, playing in defence, but his handball no good. Smythe couldn't gather it. He had trouble. Loose ball in the middle of the ground. Going in hard. Tuddenham holds it up. Good contest between both teams. Certainly the intent is there from the Bulls, and they get a free kick through Sam Glenn and his orange boots in the middle of the ground. Still no goal for them though since the second quarter. Seen them twice in a row and they've been goalless. They could be goalless 2 halves in a row. Or
Here
2 of the
comes
last
the
3
mark.
weeks. Kicks long inside 50. Almost a big mark to Hope. And picked up hard on the boundary. A shot at goal. Don't tell me that's a goal. It is.
Nice goal too.
Fantastic goal by young Matt Smith. That could be goal of the day for Grove Syndicates Australia. Darcy Hope was claiming the mark. I was looking to see whether he was going to get paid. Matt Smith kept playing and he hooked it around the body. And, well, the commentators curse in reverse, where I thought we might have 2 halves that I've called Karingal this year where they don't score a goal in the second half on both occasions, but they get one there. 4-8-32 to 11-11-77. And he might challenge his teammate Lockie Hine for goal of the day for Grove Syndicates Australia. A ripper off the edge of the boot.
A draw. Draw.
Is it going to be a draw?
No, 2 minutes to go.
Back in the middle again. Glenn kicks long inside 50. Big fist comes down from Langwarrin. There's a close game in Ballarat, Goose.
Yeah, draw with Adelaide having a shot on goal.
I think they're going to win, aren't they?
Don't jinx us, Dan.
Oh.
Oh, mate, I'm with you.
Too many injuries, aren't there?
Yeah.
That's the issue. 30 metres out from goal. Under pressure. No one can get it out. It'll be thrown up.
McHenry.
He's kicked the goal?
No, he's having a shot. He could cover himself in glory. He's kicked behind.
So they're in front.
With 2 minutes 46 to go.
Plenty of time left.
Yeah.
They've got it deep in their
Karingal.
attacking zone, and they managed to turn that over then. Karingal knocked through for a behind. They'll get numbers back, won't they?
We kicked it out straight to them.
Right.
And Tex.
It's marked.
Oh, they got it to Tex, and he can kick.
33 to 77. High kick towards the
nearly
wing.
a nice mark there.
Yeah, it was a good effort, but not able to get hold of it. And off hands and over the boundary. 60 from goal.
44 points down.
Yep.
So
11-11, 77 to 49, 33. It was a good play by Harvinson to make an attack. He's kicked the goal. They're gone. Bulldogs gone and gone for the season, I think. Anyway, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's life.
Over the boundary. Great player, Tex, isn't he?
Yeah.
Great player. They deserve to win that. I mean, they're a better team. Bulldogs just got too many injuries and too many players down and had a poor summer. I don't know what Luke Beveridge and the team have done down there, but they've stuffed it up. But that's the Bulldogs. Culture of mediocrity. Boundary throw-in. Open-handed slap by Norton. Let's concentrate on this game.
It's the replay.
Yeah.
You watch this. At the stoppage again, you'd say. On the move.
Norton
Bagger's on the move. That's
yeah,
nearly
Bagley
a free
can't
kick.
get it, yeah. Under pressure. Sock it away again. Here's Mitch Glenn. Breaks the tackle. Feeds the hand pass out to Robinson. Got it defensively to Pomeroy's battled manfully, but his kick will be turned over. In defence by Golby. But then it's taken by Treat. He had the kick smothered run down. Peach was taken in a tackle. That should be holding the ball, and it will be. Where is it now? How long to go?
Minute 45.
Long
There's still
kick
time.
inside 50. Long kick to the goal square. Was a good effort by Hope. The hand pass comes out as they kept it alive, Karingal. High kick by Badams to the teeth of goal. Collected by Churcher. He nearly slips over close to the boundary, and it's out of bounds in the outer forward pocket. 4-9-33 to 11-11-77.
The key forwards just haven't had influence on the game, have
No,
they?
not at all.
And the kicking to inside the forward line hasn't helped them either.
Boundary throw in. One by Norton. Tap to the front.
Norton nearly took a big mark then.
Yeah, that's been their issue, hasn't it? Not being able to take a big mark. They can slow down now, can't they? They've got the footy. Luke Beveridge knows it's gone. He knows the season's gone.
You're never out of it.
Picked up by Robinson.
You're never out of it, Dan.
Oh, goose. I just get disappointed that, they build your hopes up and then they, how can they lose that to a team that aren't, I didn't think were much chop.
No. They've got not a bad young list with some nice senior players, though, Adelaide.
And what are the Bulldogs? 4 or 5 down from their best, aren't they?
Yeah.
Keith.
And very much
English.
a young side, too.
Yeah, are they that young?
Yeah, I reckon they are.
This is McComb. Anyway, let's watch this game. So they've dominated the last few minutes. 4-10-34 to 11-11-77. Getting high, not taking the mark was Hope. That's been his issue all day. As it came to the front of the pack and was crumbed by Bradley, but his hand pass was too fierce and it goes out of bounds.
1 point in it. Roll of the dice out the centre break. Straight away, Bont.
Boundary throw-in. Tapped down by Norton.
He's a big man.
He's a big
Norton.
man. He doesn't do enough around the ground for mine, though. Ball still inside, attacking 50 for Karingal, who are finishing this game off okay. Hurried kick, but again, they're doing what Langwarrin have done. Forming a wall at half forward, the mark completed by Jai Treat. That big body on him. He's at left half forward, 55 from goal. They've kicked one goal in the second half, Karingal. And on the Baked and Sorrento scoreboard, 11-11, 77 to 4, 10, 34.
He's gone back to have a shot. He needs to drill this.
Needs to drill it.
Oh,
it's not a great looking kick.
No,
he hooks it left and it's through for a behind.
You know that new rule with where the bloke's got to stand on the mark? All players seem to go to the right and hook it. That's it.
How long left?
No, that's it.
So they've won by a point. Great win for Adelaide. Good win for Langwarrin here too, as Andrew Arthur takes the mark. Kicks it wide to the outer side and out of bounds on the full. Matthews with the footy now. Will lob it up towards half forward. In front, Darcy takes the mark. So Darcy's had a very quiet day. He's hard on the boundary. 40 from goal. He shoots and he misses. Through for a behind.
I don't think he's kicked the goal, has he?
No, he hasn't. Very quiet day.
What about Hope? He's...
No. 4-12-36 to 11-11-77. The margin 41 points. Can the Dogs still make the 8? Goose?
I think they can, because it's a long season and it's a different season where a lot can happen, you know, with like with COVID. If you're, you know, it depends who you got out, injuries. We'll get better as the year goes on too.
Will they?
Yeah, we'll start getting, well, you get Keith back, you get English back.
English was a big loss today, wasn't
Yeah. He's had a great start to the season.
High kick towards the wing.
Good mark.
They just couldn't shake them all day, could they?
No.
Maybe Adelaide a bit better than we thought, but anyway, they still should have won that game.
Yeah.
Matt Smith takes the mark at left half forward.
Bit of the sting's gone out the game here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Like,
He gets
Langy
the hand pass to Dixon. His kick is smothered. Ricochets back to Smith. Spiral punch to half forward. That's a good mark by
Billy Rolfe.
Billy Rolfe. He made that look simple, like plucking cherries out of a tree. Got it to Herdman, who's kicked a couple, going down in defence in this last quarter. Mulvogue. He turns it over. Cow. High kick. Inside 50. No mark taken. Spills to the back. They've got the runners out the side now. Towards the wing.
Oh, the bounce of the ball.
Bustled off the footy was Dormer. Bagley was involved in getting the footy out with Bateman, and it goes out of bounds. Joel Bateman, 60 from goal. On the Baked and Sorrento scoreboard, 4-12-36 Karingal, Langwarrin 11-11-77. Our naming rights sponsor, Mornington Timber and Decking. And we'll get Goose to have a look at the VOG for St Andrews Brewery.
And the scores in the last quarter at Somerville Pearcedale, that's the only close one.
Somerville got away by 17 points on the anytime fitness for around the grounds. Darcy did play on when he thought he was free. He was held up, gets the hand pass out. Long kick towards the goals. Goes across the face, but marking in the left forward pocket is Sullivan. He plays on and goes back to find Jansen. He thought it was an impossible angle for him. And a shot at goal now for Scott Jansen. Left forward pocket.
In first division, Sorrento are nearly 100
points 96 points up on Edie Asp, who've hardly kicked a goal since half time. Dramana of Thrash Pines, they're 65 up, and a very good lead for YCW against the Bombers. There's a nice goal was kicked by Scott Jansen. The second goal of the day. Or second goal of the quarter, I should say, for Karingal. They finished the game pretty well.
Yeah, I think
Langwarrin had put the cue in the rack.
Yeah, I think this thing's gone well and truly out of the game.
11-11, 77 to 5, 12-42. The margin 35 points, 17 gone in the second quarter. In the final quarter, I should say.
Is it out the middle?
Yeah, he does. He gets the hand pass out to Andrew Arthur. He skids it on the half volley.
Oh, they're coming up for another
And
one.
they are. Mulvogue there, kicks inside 50, but turned over to Cal Dixon. 15 out from the goal, he's defending. He tried pretty hard today. The 2019 Best and Fairest winner had a year at Mordialloc, or half a year at Mordialloc last year. Kicks towards the wing. Cooper de Merle punches it down. Roved by Golby. Handballs to Payenberg. Gets it back now to Bagley, who slips over. That's got to be holding the ball. It will be holding the ball. And Sam Glenn, who's been really good today, he's worked hard. He'll take that free kick for Karingal on the wing on the outer side. We've played 18 minutes in the last quarter. He kicks down the line towards the wing and it's out of bounds.
Probably another 10 minutes to go, so they don't want to relax too much. Not that you can see them winning, but you don't want to allow them to kick some junk time goals.
No, 35-point lead. They're going to remain unbeaten along with Somerville. Back into play. Tap down again. Going nowhere in a hurry, it'll be thrown up.
They seem to be resting Norton quite a bit, don't they, with their rotations? Like he's off again. Maybe they're just exposing the young fella. Giving him a bit of game time.
Kick towards the wing. There's Peach again, who always seems to be in front. He knows where the footy is. He delivers in short to Andrew Arthur. They've combined brilliantly today for 50-odd possessions between them. Oh, nearly a great one-hander to Joel Bateman. Spills off hands and Sullivan goes back defensively for the Bulls. He finds Bradley, who now finds Hind, who kicks off the back foot. Not a good kick. Had it fisted down and Mulvogue rose. He ran into trouble, delivers a little kick that doesn't really go very far. Ball rumbles around. Peach does well to knock it accidentally in the path of Joel Bateman. Has two bounces, has three bounces. Kicks towards full forward. Payenberg, well, the kick was intended for him.
Yeah,
it had too much on it. He taps it
look,
back cleverly, and that'll be a wonderful goal. Kicked by Golby. Well done, Payenberg.
Good
Just
team
got away
goal.
from his
Team
opponent. Tapped it back to the goal square. Golby was waiting, and they kick a late goal. Langwarrin at the 20-minute mark of the final quarter.
Yeah, good team goal there. Kick to space, out to the space, and then hit it back in towards the goal square. Just had the numbers.
Margin 41 points, 12-11, 83 to 5-12, 42.
A few cars leaving now.
Starting to. On this Saturday afternoon, another long weekend, 2 in a row.
It is a beautiful afternoon.
3 in a
too,
row,
isn't it?
actually,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, we've had
3 short weeks.
some great weather.
Yeah, we have.
Look
As
out the
Norton
middle.
wins it, and he may have been holding the ball then. But he keeps winning the taps, doesn't he?
Oh.
Picked up on the left. I reckon he's tried very hard today to get his team going. Nice kick by Bradley towards the boundary. And it goes out of bounds before Golby could get there. The score of the last goal opposed to Sullivan. So it'll be a boundary throw in. The lead 41 points on the Baked in Sorrento scoreboard. Mornington Timber and Decking, our major sponsor. Go through our awards a little bit later. Mark of the day for Catapult. We think Mark Bagley might have won that. Two-handing it down in the ruck was Norton. Attacking it was Pomeroy. He got the hand pass out. Levi Dixon scrubbers it along the boundary, and it'll be thrown back into play. So 41 points the lead. Norton. Tap back. Missed by Cal. The umpire says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it up. Well done by Norton. Straight down, though, to Bradley. Kicks inside 50. But there's going to be 50 metres, is it?
What's he doing? No. Oh.
Not sure what that was for.
He's sending him off, is he? Is he sending him off or what?
Levi Dixon.
What's he doing? Hold on.
Well, he's still having a chat, isn't he?
Hold
Bit of
on.
pushing and shoving.
Hold on.
Not sure what's going on there.
What did the umpire take him off for, though?
I don't know if he's going to throw it up. I don't know. Well, they had the free kick, didn't they?
Did they send him off or what? Like, look.
We'll wait and see. It's thrown up again anyway. Norton punches it down. Punched on by Treep. Handball on the outside, Andrew Arthur. Trying to keep it alive, Saunders can't. Boundary thrown. In the AFL today, Adelaide have beaten the Western Bulldogs by 1 point.
Look, there's a bit of confusion
around the grounds
here.
for Anytime Fitness.
There's a bit of confusion. The umpire walked both of them off. Now a Langy player's coming back on now. I don't know what happened there. There was no yellow card out or anything.
Tap down. Mulvogue, hurried boot, receiving it from Bateman.
Was that a bump ball?
I thought it could have been. He squares it up, heads to the outer side of the ground.
Oh,
They got
look at
loose
this.
men
Here they
everywhere.
go.
Herdman kicks to the wing. This is what they're very good at. Young Charles is met late. Does it affect the
good
kick?
kick.
No, it doesn't. Had enough carry on it and finds the target.
Could be second goal in a row.
Yep. And this is Tuddenham going forward in the last quarter. He's played most of the game and most of his career in defence. I
Did he
remember
go-
did a knee early in the finals in 2018 and was out of footy for 12 months. Came back for the finals the next year.
Did he go forward because he's got a bit of an issue with his leg? He's got
Could
strapping
be.
on his leg there.
24 gone, looking for their 13th goal. Their fourth of the last quarter into the breeze, and Tuddenham tops this ball, which might be marked. Is it inside the line or out? It's inside the line. No, out of bounds on the floor. I think Pineberg was trying to con the umpire. Back into play. Bartling to the outer side. Dixon down the line.
This is where they're very Langy
Glenn,
set up well.
yeah,
beyond
they
the
do.
ball.
Handball to Dixon, nearly handball behind him. Cal Dixon down the outer side of the ground, and on the second grab, Hope, who just has been almost today and even nearly fumbled out a couple of metres in front of his opponent. He's on the wing on the outer side. Kicks it high again. Towards half forward. Darcy taps it down. Handball comes out. Kicks off the edge of the boot. Kicks
in the
inside
back.
50. That's going to be a shove in the back. Must be a free kick to Joel Bateman. In the end, a great tackle in the goal square. Off hands and through for a goal.
I think where the umpire was standing, he couldn't see. Otherwise, it would have been surely in the back. There's a junk goal late in the quarter.
Yes. Nice for Karingal to get a late goal. They've at least played the game out, but they've been outplayed.
Yeah.
Cal Dixon comes off near the end of the day, which is going to be a big win. 35 points, 12-11-83 to 6-12-48, 25 gone.
I think we're lucky Baggers come along in that last quarter.
Yes,
Took
for
a mark,
of the
otherwise
day
you
for
would have been
Catapult.
struggling.
Yeah, we need to find our BOG for St Andrews Brewery as well. Goose, I would have thought. Andrew Arthur, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think he's had a lot of the ball. I still like Bateman. His possessions.
Josh Bateman has been great, yeah. Effective possessions.
Yeah.
Thrown up again, Langy to remain on top of the table. Tap down again, bursting out of the middle.
Oh, great kick.
Brilliant
too.
play by Mulvogue, but couldn't quite find the target. Bagley has to lay the tackle on Linda Saunders. He's done a good job on Bagley. He's a good close down defender,
that
locking
was
Linda
Bateman
Saunders.
again kicking into the forward line, and it was a nice kick.
Mulvogue involved as well. It's at half forward. Big slap by Norton. Gets it to half forward. Taken at the back by Robertson, but his hand pass is flicked down. And then a big pack forming. It'll be thrown up. Here's Norton again. Peach. Quick hands out by Bradley. Overrunning it. Josh Bateman. Front edge centre square. Standing tall Pomeroy. Held up. Goes down. Ball up again. So 35-point lead. Baked in Sorrento's scoreboard for Mornington Timber and Decking. The tap down. Trying to jar it free. There's Mulvogue, who kicks off the edge of the boot, a high kick. Into the breeze, fisted down again. Good play by Dormer to work hard to beat his opponent, and off the edge of the boot. Nearly kick goal of the day. That would have, I think, overtaken Lockie Hine for GSA. Hits the right-hand goalpost. You're right, Goose. Margin 36 points and even 6 goals. 6-12-48 Karingal, 12-12-84 Langwarrin. Both teams have kicked 3 goals in the last quarter. We're in the closing stages. Robinson back into play. Will bang it long to that outer side. Big fist Ryan Smythe. Tapped down by Norton. At the back. Picked up high up and under kick. Came from Charles. Almost a mark to Golby. Nearly clutched it amongst a lot of players. It was high up and down in the mine shaft. And held up again. Thrown up once more. Norton, tapped down. Cleared at the back. Good play by Smythe.
Yeah, well done.
He does well to get it outside now to Andrew Arthur, who's had an outstanding game again. Andrew Arthur in short. And he finds the young man, Charles. Gets the hand pass at close quarters to Andrew Arthur, just keeps running. Kicks to half forward. Pomeroy nearly rakes in a good mark at the back and then breaks the tackle as he storms out. Underneath the scoreboard on the outer side, kicks the balls to the wing. Sam Glenn is there. Lovely fist from behind by Billy Rolfe, who's been disciplined.
He done well.
And he has played the role that he's had to play. Punched when he's had to, defended when he's had to, and run off when he's been able to. Boundary throw in outer side. 84-48. On the Baked-In Sorrento scoreboard. 6-goal lead. Lockie Cow flicks it out. Hurry kick. Towards half forward. Off hands. Tapped down. Picked up by Hope.
Here's
Got a loose
Darcy.
ball that was bobbling around Darcy in front.
Done.
Fisted from behind by Hamill, and there's the siren.
Jeez,
good win to
well
Langwarrin. 12-12-84. They stay on top. They've beaten Karingal 6-12-48 on the Baked-In Sorrento scoreboard. And naming rights sponsor today, Mornington Timber and Decking. They've got the highest standards in both quality and service. Call reception on 5975 1031 or John Gash directly on 0427 028 450. Simon Goosey, how'd you see the game? It was a good performance today by Langwarrin.
Yeah, well, that last bit of play probably typified the opportunities that were missed. Like, that wasn't a bad kick, and Darcy come out and just couldn't hold the mark. And last week he was holding them. Darcy and Hope give him a real presence up forward. I thought today the Langy backs did really well. But at the stoppage, it was where it was won and lost. Like, you know, They were always on the move. They always seemed to get. I'd like to know the statistics in the stoppages, but the ones that they won, they were definitely on the move and always giving it to a bloke in a better position to deliver it in their forward line, so that the pressure was on right from the start.
Who do you think was best on ground for St Andrews Brewery, which of course is one of the best breweries in the peninsula?
I like Bateman only because of these possessions. And I don't know the stats, so I probably Andrew Arthurs would have got more of the ball, judging by it. But Bateman really, his possessions really counted, and I think he chimed in with a couple of goals, did he? He did.
Yeah. He did. He was outstanding. So Josh Bateman, best on ground for St Andrews Brewery, as I said. Award-winning Brewers, home right here on the Mornington Peninsula. What about our mark of the day for Catapult? They look after the trackers.
I think Bagley saved the day. I think we were struggling
for it. We had a lot of almost, didn't we, from the big forwards today?
Yeah, and Bagley, that mark in the goal square where he come over the back and took a nice contested mark.
So we'll go for Mark Bagley. And our goal of the day, Lockie Hine for that banana, the first goal for
I reckon
Karingal,
that was probably
Grove Syndicates Australia.
Goal of the day, stuck on the boundary and banana goal. Yeah, that was with traffic too, so that was pretty good.
Well, thank you, Goose.
No, thanks, Dan.
Thank you. And good luck on Sunday. On Monday, I should say, against Devon Meadows. Should be a good game of footy. Hopefully we get a good crowd down at Alexandra Oval, and you're a chance of getting back on the winners list against Devon, who are 1-1.
Yeah, and they've been playing well.
They have been playing well. They're good couple of weeks ago against Karingal with their star players getting right on top. So, well done to them.
Yeah, and they've got a few star players.
They
there,
do. They've got 5 or 6 very good players. Of course, Nick Battle and Sean White and a few others. We'll just check around the grounds for Anytime Fitness with over 500 plus gyms around Australia, anywhere, anytime.
They've stopped scoring.
103-point win at this stage for Sorrento. They're in the
third
last
quarter.
it's the third quarter.
Jesus.
I mean, they're miles in front.
And that's
24-14, 158. Edithvale Aspendale 8-7-55. Could be staving off relegation.
Tremana's finished.
Tremana have beaten Pines comfortably, 14-10, 94-4-7-31. They remain undefeated. Frankston Bombers are 7-6-48, losing to YCW 12-10-82.
It's not over yet, I
Bond
don't
Beach 11-13, 79 against Rosebud 9-6-60.
They come back a bit, didn't they?
They did.
Rosebud,
They did. And in second division, that Chelsea game has been, I've been told,
full
tough.
time.
They've won by 18 points in a game which yielded 7 goals. 5-9-39 to 2-9-21.
Defensive game down there.
Hastings 18-6, 114 have thrashed Tide. Now they'll have their sportsman's night with Dane Swan there. Played for Hastings today, 7-2-44. Crib Point, 7-10-52. They finished okay against Rye, 11-12-78. They're in the last quarter there. Blown Tearsdale away in the last quarter and will remain undefeated with Langwarrin, 13-13, 91-8, 15-63, thanks to Anytime Fitness. We thank all our sponsors, Mornington Timber and Decking, Baked in Sorrento, Growth Syndicates Australia, Catapults and Andrews Brewery, and Anytime Fitness. Thanks to Nick for all his hard work. We also thank our team from Red Onion as well for providing the vision, and Glenn Carter for always making it possible. Karingal for looking after us today. Big win by Langwarrin. They remain undefeated. Karingal now 1-2. There's a women's footy match about to start here, so keep enjoying the day, keep enjoying the footy, and get your game face on.